And we are live. If you're watching us live on YouTube, you're watching a replay of this, you already know the deal. I'll be helping a handful of creators grow their business. If you've been here before, if you haven't, well, that's what we're doing all the way from client acquisition, getting clients using paid ads to service delivery, getting their clients amazing results, retaining them, upselling them, all that good stuff. If you have value from this video, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you'd like to be on one of these coaching calls, well, then go to the description within this video, click that link, it'll take you to a page where you can book a call with myself to see if our program is a good fit for you now. All right. Without further ado, hope you enjoy. Yo, yo.
What's going on with you?
Hello, bro. How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. I can't complain.
Hey, same, same. Um, all right, cool. Let's get started, bro. Other guys should probably hop in a little bit. I don't know, actually. I didn't hear a lot of questions today. But we can go get started, bro. I already answered a majority of your
Yeah,
questions.
yeah.
We can go deeper. But hit me with an update. Any updates since
Oh
your
yeah,
plan?
yeah. So, well, today I booked three sales calls.
Okay, okay,
I booked three. One of the guys was the glass business. Yep.
okay.
It's kind of crazy, bro. The psychology of like when people need you, it don't matter how much they make. They like, bro, I gotta have what you're offering. And like I told you, so I asked him what he made because people can put whatever on the application. So I was like, hey, what are you making? And I actually got it right here. So he makes between 45 and 50,000 a month.
Really quick before I forget, make sure
Oh,
you dive in and deeper and figure out what the profit margins are and figure out how that breaks up.
okay.
Did you do that by any chance?
No, I did not. I didn't do that on the
So what
discovery
you
call. So can you explain that? What you mean by that, real quick?
yeah, what you'll notice, bro, as time progresses, like right now you're in a stage where you're looking at revenue, but
Mm.
I know a lot of business owners, bro, like especially in my space, they'll do like 200,000 a month and they shut their business down. You like, how can you have a $200,000 per month business shut it down? The reason for that is because somebody will make 200,000, but then their take home is like 10 grand, 20 grand.
Yeah, yeah. So he did name something like that. He said he's trying to make more as far as like take home.
Right,
Um,
exactly. So
he did
right
he did
now,
say that. So
so when you have that conversation with them, what you want to do to really show him that, again, because that's what he cares about, I promise you.
mm,
Want to do is like, okay, that 40, 45K, that's your revenue. Let's break this down so that I understand what your profit is. So what is the cost of goods? What is your cost of, employees and all that? Like break that
okay.
down, figure out what that is.
Okay.
What you'll notice is maybe he's at 45K, but he's really taking home like, I don't know, 7K, 10K.
Right, right,
Still
right,
fine. I like people that are taking home, for me, people that are taking home 5 to 10K are in a good sweet spot to be sellable.
right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So should I don't do that with everybody, but do it in more so businesses with a higher monthly revenue type, or what do you think?
I mean, that's important for everybody, but like
Okay.
usually a business that's doing like, I don't know, like 3K, a lot of time, I mean, it's different. Every business is a little bit different, but
Hmm.
like for example, somebody that sells food, right? They basically prep food and they sell food and they say, yo, I make 10K. It's possible, bro, that they're spending 7K of that just on food, man.
Right, right. Yeah. So it's basically that kind of be what like their net profit at that point then?
Yeah,
They're
they're
doing.
profit
Okay.
that at
Yeah.
home. Yeah. And so that
Okay.
that's after cost of goods, which is
Yeah.
again whatever they have to buy, and then cost of delivery, cost of service
Gotcha.
delivery.
Okay. Let me note that down. So.
Yeah, super
I didn't
important.
know if I was supposed to do all that on the call. Like I wanted to, but I was like, I didn't see it in there when I was going over. So I was like, I'm not gonna do it right now, and I just stay with what the thing
Which
is.
a simpler way to do it, maybe on the sales call you want to go in more detail. A simpler
Hmm.
way to do that, man, is like on your discovery call, you can just be like, got it. So 40, 45K is kind of where we're at. We're trying to get to this number. So step one is like, all right, cool. So what are you trying to get to in terms of your goal? 100,000. Okay, got it. And then where are we at right now? 45,000. Got it. So that's pretty that's cool. What percent what were we talking about in terms of profit take home? And so he might tell you like I don't know, 20K. Got it. So 45K basically gets you to 20K profit. So basically, if I hear you correctly, your expenses are about 20K. So I'm going to bet that the 100K, um, we're talking about taking home maybe 30K. Does that sound about right? See how I had that conversation? Something
Okay.
like, or
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
want to simplify. It's like, got it, 45K, cool. And then what are we talking about in terms of profit margins? Very simple. What are we talking in terms of profit margins? Oh, Shira, we're talking about 50% profit margins. Got it. So we're taking home about 20K right now. Yeah. Says, yeah, cool. Next question.
Got you. Okay. Good. And then let me ask you this too before I tell you the rest about it. Because one I kind of put the thing in the chat just so it can do the easy math for me.
Yeah.
For that formula of like as far as per lead. So, hey, what it sounds like is you'll need about such more leads, blah 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 per month. And usually what I've done, and maybe like I said, you let me know, I keep between that 20 and 50 a day mark. We notice more so with our clients, the best results is between 20 to $50 a day. Is that something you can do that you're comfortable with spending? That's how I do it. So, what do you think about that? Or should I actually give the absolute, which the formula that you did?
Um, I think it depends on what your goal is. Like
Hmm.
for me, I always just say straight across, like, hey, $50 per day for 30 days, 1,500, because I know I'm going to accept 1,500 as a bare minimum.
Hmm.
That payment. Now, in your case, it's like, is that what you're trying to do? If that's what you're trying to do, well, then you can stick around like, hey, so in my experience, at least 30 to $50 per day on ads. If you wanted to spend more, you certainly can, but is that something you're at least comfortable with? Yeah, cool. And then you can just keep moving. Or you can do that and be like, now in your particular 30 to 50, is that something you're comfortable? Okay, cool. Now, based off of my math, the reason I'm asking you is because if you're trying to, in your case, you're going to try to get 10 new customers. So in my experience, your cost per acquisition is going to be about this. So it's going to be about, I don't know, 2000. So if you can afford to comfortably spend around $2,000 a month, John, I think we're going to be able to get you to your goal.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it depends on what you're trying to do. Like if
What
you're
would you
trying,
recommend? Would you recommend the first way, just to kind of?
but the thing is like, so are you doing that whole thing of like, cool, so you're at 20K, you're trying to get to 100K, got it. And then how many customers do we need to get you?
So I am, but I kind of shortcutted it, like I told you, because I felt like it was too long.
Yeah.
So I would like usually what I'll say is I'll be like, hey, based off what you're telling me of blah blah blah, and your goal is blah blah blah. What I come to find is that with our clients, ad spend and then I go into that 20 to 50 mark.
Mm. But
That's
don't
usually what I do.
I see, I see. So in that case, what I would say is you want to custom tailor to them. So whenever you ask people, so if you basically came in there and you're just like, you said what you said, and then before you did that diagnosis, you're like, cool, man. So are you willing to spend 20 to $50 per day? They'd be like, 20 to 50 for what? Like what, why 20, why 50? Now, if on the other hand you say, hey, so based off this goal, this makes sense. Now they're like, oh, okay, it's based off my goal because you're telling it to them. Now,
Okay. Okay.
what you said was, hey, in my experience, 20 to 50 is pretty good for our customers, our clients. Now what you're doing is you're not making it about him though. You're saying your overall clients. And so he might be like, okay, well, what kind of clients do you have? You have dentists, chiropractors, whatever. If it were me and you want to make him really feel it's custom tailored, what you would say is, so in my experience, based off of what you've told me for your particular business, we have clients that spend all kinds of different amounts, all the way from $10 a day to we have clients that are spending hundreds of dollars per day. Now, for you in your particular case, what I'm thinking, based off of the cost per acquisition from ads, I think 20 to $50 is going to be kind of a safe bet to start. Is that something you're comfortable with? See how I made it about them?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. My main thing was the math, doing the quick math during that and having him quiet, and I just didn't want that awkward
Yeah, yeah.
silence. You know what I'm saying?
So you can
Uh,
say something if again, don't I explained the way I did because I had some students that are very analytical because they're
yeah,
like, bro, like exactly how much should I be charged? How much ad spend is going to be required to close a deal and this and that. And that's why I create the way I did. If
got
you
you.
wanted to simplify, bro, it's like so so John, what's kind of the revenue goal you're trying to get to? On here it says you're trying to get to 100K. Does that sound right? Yeah, cool. And then where are you at currently? I have something here, but I just want to double check. You said 40, yep. And then your profit margin right now is what? 20. Okay, cool. So you're at 20K. We're trying to get to 100K. And based off of that, I'm thinking you're trying to take on 30K. Correct me if I'm mistaken. I don't want to be overly assumptuous here. Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right. I'm taking it at 30K. Got it. Cool. So give me a second here. I'm gonna do some back of the paper and back of the napkin paper math here. 1 second here. 20. Okay. So John, based off of the numbers I'm looking at, look, I feel confident that we can get you to where you want to get to. But this is the important part. Like without this, I can't really help you. Now we've got clients that are spending as little as $10 per day, and then we've got some clients that are spending around $200 per day. Now these are clients across various different industries and niches. Based off of what you've told me, John, you want to get to 100K, you're at 40K. I'm thinking you need like what was that like 20 customers or 10? 10. Okay. Based off of 10, back of the yeah, numbers wise here, we're probably looking at $20 to $50 per day in your particular case. If you can comfortably afford to spend that, well, now I'm pretty sure I can bring you 10 new customers a month. Is that something that's doable for you, man? So it'd be something like that.
Okay, that's cool. And if they say, nah, I can't comfortably spend that, basically, then what? Do we keep
And so
going? Do
in a
we?
in a real sales call, like a real thing, right? Like when you niche down, if at that point, it scares them, well then maybe, we don't want to pursue the sales call. At your stage, you still want to push it forward because you're still gonna get the rep in. You can try to push them from Affirm, Klarna, all that stuff. Like for me, 99% of the time people say, I'm in, I'll show up to a sales call. But there are people that will watch a Loom video and then they just don't respond. And those people, I know that something like that scared them off. And they're like, man, I can't afford to spend that. So let me just not even respond to Kushik.
Yeah.
So in your particular case, you still push it for you. Now
Okay.
um, down the road, that's it's going to be up to your discernment what you want to do, whether you want to push them or not push them. Because I have had people, bro, I've had people that like on the application or something, they'll be like, oh, I'm making $0. And then I hop on a sales call with them and then take them through this whole journey and they really like me. And I get to the end and there's a price objection. And then I simply ask them like, do you have it on you have a credit card, right? He says, yeah. And you have that available? Yeah, I do. Coach. All right, what are we doing here? And then they just buy.
Yeah.
I've had that experience.
Okay.
That's why
So
I'm saying it's worthwhile to for you because again, I just told you my story. That simple story. If you didn't go through that, you might not experience that story, and so you might not know. So that's why I'm
yeah,
still
yeah.
urging you to still push forward because then you'll experience all these different things and you'll know.
Okay. So if they say, I don't know if I can. Okay, cool, cool. What do I say? Like, okay, let's just not worry about that right now, or like, what do I?
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're getting at. So it's like,
Yeah.
cool. All right. So if so you can't afford that right now. So in that case, I mean, are you open to maybe baby stepping things? So for us to take you maybe from like the 20K to maybe the first goal is we get you to 30K and then from there we baby step to 40K. So it'll just be a little bit of a longer process, but this way we can take you basically whatever we make, we can reinvest that into ads to help you continue to grow. Is that something that how does that sound? He says, yeah. Cool. Well, in that case, yeah, I mean, if 20 to 50 is too much right now, that's totally fine. What we can do is we can just start a smaller amount and baby step and get from 20K to 30K and then the 30 to 40. And so this way you can spend more and more each month on ads. How does that sound? He says, yeah, cool. Then move
Okay.
forward.
Okay.
Do you understand the
Yeah.
logic behind that? Do you understand the logic behind that? Basically, the logic behind that
Yeah.
is instead of saying like, oh, worry about it later, or basically what you're doing is you're saying like,
This is what it's gonna take to hit your big goal. But let's do these baby steps. If you're not comfortable spending it, let's do these baby steps. That way we can do baby steps even with the per day for the ads to get you to the goal that you basically want
because
to get to.
Because you have to say something, or else it's like, bro, this guy's trying, Cheryl's trying to qualify me. So he's just gonna pass over that question, like it doesn't matter anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like that loses some trust.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so,
That's what I didn't want to get stuck at is like they say, oh no, I can't afford 20 to 50 per day per ad, or it's like, hold on. And it's like, okay, that's for that go. So you would say, okay, what we might need to do is let's take baby steps then. Let's work towards this. Which will require do we name the ads then? Like, okay, this let's work towards this, spend less towards ads to get you to this goal, and we could just take baby steps up. We invest that money back into your business. That way you can run and be comfortable running at $20 to $50 per day. How does that
Mhm.
sound?
I like all that. I think what I would have done is instead of saying, let's do this the way you said it, I say, cool. No, that's fine. I understand. What about this?
Okay,
So,
what about?
so what
Okay.
about this? Instead of let's do, it's like, all right, cool. What about this? Here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Just because again, remember what that does? That gives people that autonomy.
Yeah. Okay, what about? I like that. Okay. Yeah, I like that. But okay, that makes sense. I like that. I like that in the process. The story, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't change the story, but I made it to where it's easier for me, like how I talk, type. I can read it to you if you want to hear it, if you
I
want to
love,
see how it.
yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. All right, so I'll go perfect. So let me explain how this free video works. Let's say I gave you the choice between to choose between the old Honda Civic or your dream car.
Wait, hold on, hold on, hold on. So there's one thing that you, if that's how you start off, there is a big issue. Because
Okay,
what we
so
say
perfect.
is,
Go ahead.
because what we say is cool. So here's how I like to explain this offer, the free video commercial with the purchase of our marketing services. Here's because what you're
Okay,
saying is purchase of. If you leave that out, then people could be thinking, oh, it's a free thing. Because right from the get-go, I'm like, here's how it works with the purchase of. So
okay,
there's
got you. Let me add that in there. Works. Okay, I got it in there.
cool, cool. Yeah, and again, just you have to say it with, don't, it's how you say it, right? Don't like put too much emphasis on, cool. So here's how the offer works. So it's with the purchase of our marketing service. People have to purchase that in order to get this offer. But here's how it works. See how I'm putting way too much emphasis on money, money, money versus
Yeah.
the first case, I'm like, I mention it, but it's kind of in passing a little bit. I want to make sure that they hear
Yeah.
it. So it's like it's how you say it.
Okay, so don't keep hammering it. Just hit it. Lead kind of like how you said with naming the amount that they gotta have to spend there on ad. Okay, got you. Okay.
Yep. But yeah, go ahead and I'd love to
Okay.
hear how. Yeah, yeah.
Um, okay, perfect. So let me explain how the free video works with the purchase of our marketing service. Let's say I gave you a choice to choose between an old Honda Civic and your dream car. Which one are you choosing? Let me answer the question. Exactly. Most people would pick their dream car. Looks better, drives better, all that. But here's the thing. Without gas, they're both the exact same. Neither is going anywhere. That's kind of how marketing works. The video is the car, the marketing is the gas. A lot of businesses think all they need is a really nice video, but if nobody ever sees it, it's not really doing anything for their business. Let me go up, sorry. So we just give you a, so we don't just give you a great looking video. We also give you the fuel it needs to actually bring in customers. Here's what that looks like. First, we figure out exactly who your ideal customer is, and then we come up with an offer that actually get those people interested. After that, we create a professional video commercial around that offer. And then we run ads to your ideal customer or seeing your business every time they're on Facebook, Instagram, or wherever they're spending their time online. And on top of that, we build a sales funnel. So when someone clicks on your ad, they can leave their contact information. That way, you and your staff can follow up, start a conversation, and bring them into the business. At the end of the day, our goal is pretty simple. We want to build you a system that consistently brings in new leads and customers instead of you having to wonder where your next one is coming from. That's why we include free video. A great video without marketing is just an expense. A great video with the right marketing becomes an investment because it actually brings in the leads and customers you're looking for. Do you think this could help your business?
I like it.
Okay. And a
I
lot of
think
times I slow down and let them answer, like pause so they can answer. So I'll be like, this is how they work. They'll be like, okay, okay, yeah, yeah, that makes sense. And I get a lot of that, like, okay, that makes sense.
good. That's a lot of people in sales will just blabber and it just goes in one ear and out. That you need for something like that, you kind of need to pause from time to time, make
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
that
That's what I
yeah.
usually do is do the pauses in it for them to at least get a response back because it tells you that they're interested and they're actually listening to what you're saying. So, but yeah, that's how I usually do that.
So
And then,
I think you hit all the main parts. I think as you were talking, the only thing I feel like could be hit a little bit harder is so the free video commercial, right? That's basically your vehicle. And then when it
Hmm.
comes to the gasoline, that's where advertising comes in. You said the word
Okay.
marketing. Marketing is very broad.
Got you.
Advertising. So that's where advertising comes in because advertising is what we use to make sure that your vehicle is shown anywhere, everywhere.
Okay.
Because that's 'cause, like, and then you can even, I can, again, you can kind of freestyle it a little bit too. It's like, for example, that's how you saw me. It was through an advertisement. So we do
Mhm.
something similar for you. Not only are we going to give you this amazing video, but we're going to give you gasoline so you can run circles around your competition. In other words, we're going to not just give you this video, but we're going to make sure that video is seen by damn near everybody in your city and your neighborhood. Because when they
Okay.
see it, guess what? They're going to click on the ad, they're going to opt in, you have name, your phone number, and then ultimately what that's going to do is then bring them into your establishment. So now you don't just have an amazing video, but you have customers, which is what you're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I think you did a good job. I think, for me, again, as long as you understand the key premise of it, you can even kind
Hmm.
of freestyle a little bit here because it depends on who you're having a conversation with.
Hmm.
And it can be a little bit much
Try
for
to
them.
cater around to the person that I'm talking to,
Yeah. The
but
key
still hitting
premise,
the same points.
yeah, the key thing
Okay.
is just like vehicle equals video, gasoline equals ads.
Got you.
That's kind of the key thing. As long as that you can
So,
hit that, um, yeah, because like we're not just gonna give you a video, bro. What's the video gonna do for you? You need ads. You need
yeah.
gas. So we're basically giving you the vehicle for free, and we're only charging for the gasoline. And that gasoline is needed, or otherwise the car's just gonna sit there.
Got you. Okay. Good deal.
And so you should be able to. I think you do enough reps, you'll be able to hear it in their voice. You will be able to hear. You know how like when you send me voice, I'm like, bro, I can hear you laughing. Like,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Yeah, and I do, not saying I'm where I want to be, but I definitely know um like what they're thinking and by their response. Like when I ask the question, do you think this is something that can help your business? Yeah, 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 absolutely. Like the response
mhm,
that they give, I
mhm.
know, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
as well. So,
good, good, cool. Sounds
uh,
good. I
and
like it.
then with the before I get back into this, with the scheduling a meeting,
Hmm.
I think I got this from you, but I want to make sure about, hey, we don't do reschedule. Like if you missed a meeting, the blacklist type thing that you did, I think is what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been using that. Is that the right thing to use it at? And a lot of them don't have problem. They're like, oh no, absolutely, absolutely. Because I think the excuse that I use is we deal with a lot of businesses and don't have time to be backtracking if people miss appointments. And they're like, okay, no, I definitely understand. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Um, and I say, if
So,
you need to reschedule something, text me personally or something like that. Is usually what I say. But
hmm. Hmm. So you don't want to say the blacklisting stuff if that's what you're saying.
okay, got
I
you.
that's a little bit aggressive. That's something I think I can get away with just because again, it's a different type of funnel and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. Okay.
But for you guys, I think it's really, if I were to give you a tip, it
Uh-huh.
would be hitting it more on like, cool. So I got you scheduled in. Just really quick, John, before I let you go. I don't know if you saw this on the ad in the funnel, but this is only for 5 local businesses. Right now, we've already got 3 locked in, so we're just looking for 2 more. So we will be making our decision this week. So I've got a call with you. I've got 3 more calls, and then we're going to be making a decision. I just bring that up because it's quite a bit of volume for us, and so I just need to make sure that I will be seeing you on that day. Are you sure that this day works for you? Because if not, I'd like to move it for you right now because I don't know that I can move it around later for you.
Okay. I got you. Less
Because
aggressive.
yeah, less aggressive, but
Okay.
and the other thing that you're doing also is you're hitting on the scarcity and urgency.
Yeah. Okay.
You're hitting on that like, hey man, we only got 2 spots available. So I
Hmm.
just sure are you going to show up or is this good for you? Cool. And then you can go to cool, perfect. Now, in the event that you do need to move it for any reason, I don't want you to feel like, there is a death sentence. Just this, if you can reach out to me sooner than later, right? So, for example, like here after now, if something happens, like please don't hesitate, don't be shy, just reach out to me. And if I can move it, I will. And I say it that way.
Okay.
If I can, I will. I don't say I will. If I can, I will.
If I can, I will. Okay. I'm gonna go back and watch this so I can make sure I have everything. Okay, cool. As far as so told you what he makes, what his goal is, 90 to 100K. As far as his LTV or AOV, his contractors is usually between 2 to 3K. and they do twice a month usually with them. And then homeowners is between 1.5 and 2 for homeowners, and he said they usually just do one off because it's homeowners. And he said bare minimum. He said lifetime is usually like he don't have really contractors that leave. But he said because everything that they had has been word of mouth. He ain't run ads. He said he ran like one ad, but it was like 20 bucks, but just to try it out. But he said no, he's never done marketing services, and he said he really wants to find out like and everything like that. So a good spirit about it, great dude, personality. So in 1 year off a contractor, a customer is worth 36,000 to the business. So
So what do they? I skimmed through it. I
yeah.
didn't go to the website or actually like go super in depth. I just kind of skimmed through
Yeah.
what you told me. What is this business? What exactly do they
So they
clean?
do, like in the mansions, the nice houses, or a nice house. You go in the restroom and it's the glass showers and stuff looks really nice and luxurious looking. They do that. So they do that for that, staircases, businesses, their doors, all of that type stuff. I could show you on here.
Sure. So basically, they create like the glasses, the design.
Yeah.
They're like a door and glass company.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Revere actually ran ads for one of that niche.
Yeah. There.
So I bring that up because what you're gonna want to do, bro, is I don't know if Revere's gonna be here today, but you definitely want to message him and be
Okay.
like, hey, bro, like, hey, I have a client, I have a potential client who does doors and windows. Can you share with me like what ads you're running for them?
Okay. Cool,
And
cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. Yeah.
and what is your cost per lead and cost per result? And so you can share that here you can share that with this guy. Now here's the thing. I'm pretty sure here's the crazy thing. Remember about 100 miles an hour the wrong way? It's really
Yeah.
simple. It's so simple. It's like a simple ugly ad. So what you want to do on your sales call is you want to present that. It's like literally an Insta for. It's the simplest thing in the world. What you want to do is you want to make it sound sexy as hell and make it seem like he cannot do it on his own because people will not buy from you if they think they can do it on their own. So you have to basically share the ad, but maybe what you do is you create some kind of visual or use AI or something to show
Mhm.
some kind of a commercial and be like, hey, so here's why this commercial works really well. So you know how I explain this free video commercial? I'm like, hey, it's a free video commercial. The reason this works so well is because of this and blah, blah, blah. There has to be logic behind it. So when it comes to this video, the reason this video works so well is that there's a hook here. So that we've done a bunch of tests and this is what the hook that works really well.
Okay.
At the
Yeah.
bottom. And so it's like he's like, bro, there's no way I can come up with this. And then he's looking at you, he's like, bro, that's genius. So he
Yeah.
has to feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can't figure this out on my own. He has to do this, like with this hooks and everything, and why they chose this color to do like different stuff like that, making it like, yeah, with case studies and us doing 100 of these projects, we know that this color works. Different stuff like that, just
Yeah.
making it sound okay. I got you.
Yes, yes.
Awesome, awesome. Let me hold on. Let me do this real quick. Uh,
Hey, Ronnie, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
Not chilling. Do you have questions today or just kind of hanging out?
Um, yeah, I don't know if it's a considered question, but basically I'm pretty much done with everything that was sent on Slack. I'm pretty much going to be getting ready to create my ads and I want to launch here probably. I don't know when I can launch because I know taking creating the ads and like the VSLs probably take a while.
So you're talking about relaunching for portrait photographers or what?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
so,
All right, you should be able to share now.
awesome. All right, can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what they do.
Oh, bro, this is trash in terms of the website, not their work. In terms of the website, bro. Um,
Yeah, this is the
so
guy. Yeah, they website. I said the same thing. I ain't gonna lie. When I seen, I was like, bro, that.
look at do they okay, that's probably some AI or stock footage or whatever. Yeah, bro. Do they have a Facebook pixel or no?
Probably not because they didn't even run ads.
So I wonder if one of the things that you can do, bro, is to create some kind of a see, I don't so I know I would so somebody like this, I love people like this because one, bro, look, the guy's making money. Two, he shows he's interested in marketing. Third, he's gonna buy. It's just a matter of who the fuck he buys from. and we want to be that person that you sell to them. I think
Hmm.
that if you create the way Riviera does it, it's just an instant format. Do you know what those are? I mentioned that in the voice note.
Instant form. Can you show me? No, I don't think.
Basically, an instant format, bro, is like if you're on Facebook and you ever see an ad and you click on it, it doesn't take you off social media. It keeps you on social media. You just have to fill out a little form. You know what I'm talking about? You ever experienced one of those?
I feel like I know what you're talking about. I can't. Vaguely though, vaguely.
So I don't know that I'm gonna see one right now. Can
I can stop sharing my screen too.
you see my screen?
Yeah,
So I'm not talking about this.
right, because it takes you off of it type thing.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So let me just see if I can come across one real quick. Probably not this one. That's a funnel. So if I can't find one here, I'll just show you what it would look like.
And his appointment's Friday.
Okay. Is it because he was too busy to book it out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, he said I'm booked. I try to do it Thursday. He said, man, I'm booked all day Thursday. He said, man, can you please do Friday? Can we do a Friday? I was like, let me look at my schedule.
So what's important, bro, is you got to somehow keep him warm, right?
Okay.
You do have to maybe touch base with them. Like I don't know what again, I'm gonna leave that up to you. But it's like touching base with him tomorrow. I don't know what you could do is like, hey John, did you message him afterwards by any chance or no? Yeah. So maybe what you say is like, hey John, it was great talking to you yesterday. I'm gonna send you a few. Is it cool if I drop you a few videos to check out just for our conversation on Friday? And then he respond. He might take all day to respond, right? And then at the end of the day, he might respond to you. So you might send that to him, and then he doesn't respond till like 9 p.m. And then you're like, all right, perfect. I'm gonna send something over your way tomorrow. That buys you another day. And then so now you're on Wednesday, and then Wednesday you're like, cool. So here are a few videos. Can you check those out? Let me know your thought. You don't have to spend a whole bunch of time. And they respond. So it's again, you're stretching the
You're
conversation
just
out.
stretching the convo all the way. Okay.
This way
Got
you
you.
don't forget. Because right now,
What?
the problem is that with people is if you don't have some kind of a touch point, they get cold, they get unemotional, the emotions kind of go
Yeah,
away.
the emotions. Yeah.
And so right now his emotional state is still good. It's still high.
Okay. What kind of videos would I send though?
I'm gonna leave that up to you, bro.
Okay.
Maybe you go on YouTube, maybe go to Facebook Ads Library and you see if there's like professional cool videos of people installing roofs and windows, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you go to AI and make something really quick and share that over. Like
Okay.
there's different things that you can, and again, I'm just giving you an example. Like, um, you can also do it with the websites. Like, hey, John, can you check out the format of this website? Let me know kind of what your 2 cents are. So
Okay.
there's different things. I'm not talking about just like photo, like just think to yourself, like you just think to yourself, like what can, based off of your conversation, what can you do to kind of keep this conversation going, keep it
With touch
interesting?
points. Okay.
What are you guys
Now,
talking about?
he has a sales call and we're just talking about how to keep that person interested.
Uh,
Because this call's not till Friday. But basically imagine somebody were to click this button, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen is on the right hand side is going to be an instant format. It's going to ask them for their name, their email address, their phone number. And then
Mm-hmm.
after they click submit, it might take them to another thing within here, or it might be like, hey, click here to go to the website, whatever. But the point is they stay on Facebook.
Okay.
So thing is, this is most likely what you're going to end up running, and this is what most likely Rivera runs. But that might not be what you want to present. What you might want to present is that they click and then it takes them to like a beautiful website. And what you might want to do is you might want to find a website that's for doors and windows that's beautiful. And remember kind of what I explained inside inside the workshop, you kind of show them their competition and kind of be like, hey man, your competition is doing this thing. That's why they are where they are. But here's the thing, your work is so much better than that. So it's like I might show a website and be like, hey, so this is what they're doing. So you run the ads. Here's what the competition is doing. The reason these guys are, I can tell you confident that these guys are currently doing 1.2 million a year, right? And the reason for it is because they have got a beautiful funnel. They've got a place where they're directing traffic to, and they collect name, email, phone number. These are all people that some of these people they sell to, some of these people they sell a month and years later to. But we're collecting that email. But look how beautiful the website is, and we got an email campaign to nurture people and give value. Um, The thing is, their marketing is dialed in. But if we look at their work, John, look at their work, man. Like I don't know about you, but I've seen your stuff, and I think your stuff is just on par with them, if not even better. So why are these guys doing 1.2 million? You guys are doing 45K, right? And so you're
Got
kind
you.
of getting him a little bit spicy, a little bit.
Yeah, like you, hey, you right. Like I do need a, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
got you.
It's
Got
like,
you.
so John, I just bring this up because it's like, I think that you're sitting on a pot of gold. From what I have seen, if you're just getting a pot, doing what you're doing with word of mouth, John, I mean, this thing itself is like, we're sitting on a huge pot of gold. Look at compared to like your website. Your website is probably people go in there, probably click around, have a feel, but it's not that good of an experience. Respectfully, it's not that good of an experience. Versus
Mhm.
this, is what I would love to. You say it this way. This is something I would love to build out for you. Instead of you need to build this, it's like I would love to because you're
Would
saying
love
me.
that would again. Yeah. Okay.
I want to be your bro. I would love to. I would be honored to build this out for you. All right. I would be honored to build something like this for you because I know this is going to go a long way for you. But anyways, basically the way what I'm getting at is you would explain like, hey, there's an ad, they click on it, and then it takes them into this funnel. And look how beautiful this is. And so
Hmm.
this is what you need. And we have a great offer here at the headline. That's what's going to get people to click. Like we have to, yeah. So does that make sense? So again,
Yeah,
what
it
am I
makes
doing
sense.
here? What I'm doing there is I'm trying to be like, yo, bro, you can't build this without me. Look at your website. You have to be sold like this is beautiful. So it's like this is the competition. I know these guys, they're making 1.2 million. They have a website. I don't have 1.2 million a month. So chances are they probably know something I don't know. And okay, I'm sold. I need this thing, but I don't know how to do it. But this guy Shirel, he knows how to do it. So all right, bro, like I need you now.
Bridging that gap, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense, bro?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. No, I appreciate that.
Yep,
I
yep.
appreciate that. And
What
I probably want to do that with like every person, right?
every person you need
Yeah.
to have that
Okay.
same you need to create that gap and that desire with everyone.
Okay.
Yeah,
And it goes
everybody,
into the demonstration on that part more so. Okay.
that whole demonstration part, they should look at and be like, wow, my eyes are blown. I need this thing. I need this guy. And I cannot do it on my own. First step one is they have to be sold on they need the thing. I need
Hmm.
the thing. Step two is I can't do it without Shirel. So if you want to make a note to yourself, write that down. Like those two things need to be checked. Whenever you're doing a presentation, I
Hmm.
know I need this thing. And two, I can't do it without this guy. And then remember we talked about it's like I know I need this thing and I need it right now. So maybe at that end, I know I need this thing, I need it right now, and I can't do it without this guy.
Yeah.
If you hit on those three pillars, bro, you're good.
You said I need this thing. I need it right now. And what was the other one?
And I can't do it without this guy.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
Yep.
So yeah, we have him, and then the other two, one sells luxury clothes.
How much have you spent so far, real quick, before we dive in? How much have you spent? How many leads have you gotten?
Okay, I got it right here. Um, 165 altogether. Cost per lead is $7, and I got 21 leads.
Okay, let's go. That sounds about right. I think that's what I told you. I was
Yeah,
like, you're gonna have
yeah,
about
it's
20.
bad. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Did your cost per lead go down since we made the change, or what's the cost per lead of that ad set now?
7.8, but remember at first it was like 11, 12.
But like, do you have multiple ad sets or just one ad set?
I have multiple. Let me see. Hold on.
But let's see what like the cost is across the board because you might have
Okay.
one ad that's like $3, one that's like 10.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. Um,
Mm.
okay. So for the feeds,
Mhm.
I'm getting I got 13, cost per lead is $5, spent 76. And then for the stories, 8 leads, cost is 11, spent 88.
Hmm. Okay.
And I think but the mistake with that one though, because with the feeds, I had to stop. I didn't stop, it stopped its own self. because it had the old picture on there and I had to change it. And then
Mhm.
I started it again once I changed it on there. So it seemed
And
like to me the feeds is doing better though.
what's the
Um,
what's the CPM on the feeds and what's the CPM on the stories?
let me look it up. I could just share it with you so you can see it actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, because I was doing all that on my phone. I got the app for that.
I got you.
Uh, let me see. Uh, make sure this so you can help me out. Hold on. I don't know what this is.
You're good, bro. There we go.
All right. Do you
Uh,
see this?
yep. So I just requested remote control.
Okay.
All right, cool. So campaigns. All right. So basically, when it comes to the new way to do things, bro, I
Mm-hmm.
don't look at the results at the ad level. I just look at results at the ad set level. Now, you're not doing
Okay.
it the new way, but I just bring that up because remember, at the ad set level, we're just going to give it like, hey, bro, I want you to spend $10 per lead or $20 per lead, whatever. And so long as my average is good, I don't care because I don't care if one ad has a crazy click-through rate, one ad click is high, one ad is low. I don't care. I just care that my ad set results are where I want them to be. So it's just a little bit
Okay.
of a tip for the future if you want to maybe make a note of that or try to remember that for the future.
Okay.
Um, as I look at this right now, the old way, yeah, definitely like this looks better. But the reason I was getting at the CPM is, where do you have CPM here? Okay, so okay, let's go in here. Okay, so one thing, make a note to yourself. What you want to do, bro, is you want to come inside of the coaching program. You want to scroll all the way to the bottom of week 3, and it's going to show you how to organize your columns so that you have all the data you need to be looking at.
Okay, cool. I think I've seen it. I think it confused me a little bit if I'm not I think it's the video that I think I'm thinking about, but
Mhm.
I'll look at it again. Uh,
It's like your KPI columns. It's all at the, I didn't know where else to put it. I should probably put it towards the top because I can see how somebody might not watch it until the very end. But here's why I was asking you. So it's like, all right, this one is doing better than this one, right? But the
hmm
CPM matters. The CPM is how much Facebook is charging you to show your ad to a thousand times. And in my experience, if you had a CPM that's really low, that means usually the lower the CPM, usually it means the lower their spending power is. Like it's more poor people. So for me, for example, my CPM is around $50.
hmm
Then there are some niches where the CPM is like $200. So if you're going after really rich, affluent people, your CP, you're spending like $200 to get your ad shown 1,000 times. So in this case, this is telling me that the stories and the feeds are showing it to about the same affluent people. So the
Okay.
question becomes, okay, well, why is the cost what it is? So your click-through rate is a little bit higher here, 1.35 versus 1. So that's why it's like a greater percentage of people that see the feeds actually click on it versus the stories. So it's 1.05.
Okay.
Now let's filter by like the last because I let's filter by like maybe the last like um last 3 days. Yeah, there we go. So now we're seeing a big difference. So you're basically so your conversion rate on feeds is 1.22 the last 3 because when I filter by max, that probably includes like the old story is or
hmm
something. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So your results, I think, are more realistic if we consider the last 3 days. So the last 3 days, the stories are getting $2.02 for a click, and then these are $1.15. The reason for that is because a larger percentage of people are click on the feeds one. So your CPM and your CPM is cheaper for feeds. So here's the thing. So what this is telling me is that a smaller percentage of people are clicking on the stories, but it's going after a little bit more of an affluent crowd. So it's like these clicks are worth more actually. Like they're actually more
Got you.
clicks. So that's what I was getting. I was like, hey, we don't want to cancel things just because the cost per lead,
Okay.
right? So the $21 here, it's possible that that dude that we're talking about came from the stories.
Yeah. I
Would
think he
you
did. Yeah.
rather
Yeah.
do you know for sure or no?
Yeah. He told me he seen the ad on his store. He told me.
Oh, bro. So do you see how valuable that is now?
Yeah.
I would much rather have five of
He,
those than
yeah.
have 500 of these. So
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
so you don't look at just the cost per result. You got to look at more things. So hopefully,
Wait,
Okay.
what happened?
so basically, he's kind of, me and Shiro are just kind of like talking about like his ads and like to shut something off or not shut something. So I was just educating him on CPM and, CPM and cost per click and all that stuff. And so
So,
he has a really good lead that came in and it came in from this ad set. So you might look at this ad set and be like, yo, this ad set's $21 and this ad set's $5. Let me go and shut this one off. But the thing is the good lead actually came from this one. And
mm,
I can see that his CPM is higher here. And so CPM is higher is because it's going after more affluent people. So there's no point in shutting this off. Keep this on because
Yeah.
I would much rather have higher quality people and pay a little bit more for them.
Hmm.
So do you see how, like, I always tell people, like, it's like three things. You got to balance out your CPM, your click-through rate, your CPM, your click-through rate, and yeah, your cost per. So it's kind of like, you know how like aperture, shutter speed, and then ISO are all affecting each other in terms of exposure. Like
Hmm.
if you mess with one, it affects the exposure. If you mess with, so
Right.
you have to kind of juggle all three. So here I look at CPM, and then I look at your unique link click-through rate, and that affects your cost per click. So cost per click is basically like exposure. Your
Okay.
exposure is going to be affected by your CPM and your unique link click-through rate.
Okay.
So it's like how expensive is it to get in front of these people? And then the second thing is how well is it converting? So if something converts low but has a high CPM, it's going to be expensive. If something converts high and has a high CPM, it's the cost per click is going to be lower. I don't know. I'm going to leave it here because I don't want to make this too confusing. But it's kind of I think that's as much as I want to say. I don't want to make this too
Okay.
confusing. All you need to know is the main thing is like, hey, it's not just cost per result. You got to be looking at your CPM and you got to be looking at your unique click-through rate. That's the key
Okay.
take.
Got you.
So anyways, I just wanted to double check. So I wanted to kind of see what your ads were at before we move forward because I want to see how many leads you got and if things were within range and everything sounds like it's good. But so anyways, we went off tangent back to where you were at in terms of your question, bro.
You good. No, it wasn't a question. It was the other two that I have the call with. So remember I said one was a luxury. He's trying to start a luxury brand. But it's like a low lead. He's doing it on the side. I think he said he's like a teacher or something. But he's doing it on the side. And then there's one she's in. I didn't get all her details. I can ask her. She's a medical student
Mhm.
or in the medical field. I don't
Mhm.
remember what she said, but she sells luxury purses. And
Mhm.
she said her problem is that she just, she needs more customers. She's not getting leads like she needs to. She said, I know my stuff is really good. I'm just not able to, get in front of the right people. She said she's tried because she had fitness clothing. And I think she said she moved to doing purses and stuff. And let me see.
So what's the revenue of the first
So
guy?
the revenue what their goal is, hold on. Let me check out the right one. Go to Stefan. So with the dude with the luxury clothing, um, his the revenue for his business that he's making right now, is between I think he said like two something that he's making, and his he left.
Huh?
Oh, okay. His it was like two something, and his goal is 1 to 3K.
His goal is 2,000?
No, his no his like what he's making in his business is
How much?
250, and his goal where he wants to get to is like 1 to 3K.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the
Um,
other,
and he does clothing. His average customer per year it's low though, but per year it's like 300. You said that spend.
and then the girl?
And then the girl, um, hers is she said safe 1K um as far as wants to get to, but really she knows she can get to 5K if she has somebody to help her get there, like that knows what they're doing. And then she said that her average customer spends altogether for the year over 500.
How much is she making right now per month?
From her business, she's making uh between where's it at? No. Right now she says she hasn't really branched out, so zero.
I see. Yeah. So both of those people, it's the same business. It's just e-commerce, which is just an ad. They click on it, it goes to a website to buy stuff. That's all it is.
Hmm.
You've probably seen it a million times, like clothing ads. Have you seen clothing ads before?
Yeah. Hmm.
It's just that. It's just all it is for clothing ads is a bunch of photos and videos of people wearing it. Goes to a website and just imagine Gymshark's. Honestly, just study Gymshark. That's it.
Okay.
You just
Gymshark.
study Gymshark. That's all it is. All the e-commerce is literally all the same thing.
Okay. And then I have one that she sent a voice note because she didn't really give a lot about her business, but to me it sounds like more of coaching. She's trying to coach people on how to do content.
Okay, well, it depends on where revenue is and all that stuff.
Yeah,
What's
she her revenue is not well, I haven't talked to her yet. But from here, she,
yeah?
uh currently she's at zero, she says, but she wants to get to 5,000. And
What have you seen her content, her Instagram stuff? Has she blown
yeah,
up?
yeah, you want to see it?
Sure.
All right, I got you.
Cool.
And I think I went to school with this girl too, dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think I did.
that's a small world.
Yeah, it is. Um, Actually, let me go to the messages real quick because
If she wants to do that, it's literally just like my low ticket funnel, like would be good for her.
my low ticket funnel.
It would just be literally whatever I do. Or, if you want to explain like a call funnel, you can explain a call funnel. But if she's a coach, it's literally just
You can take a trial if you want to. If you can.
so alpha woman owner, and I hate these women.
Hey, boy, you and me both, bro.
Oh, goodness. I know so many
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
boss babes like this one.
I'll tell you, I'll send it in Slack what I really will say.
I don't see anything about going. I don't see any viral content of hers.
Well, she said she just ran. I guess this right here is her thing that she just ran. She said it sold out of like I don't know what it was like per se. If you want, you can go listen to the message. It's in there if you want to listen to it. It's in general.
Okay. So
That way
let's
you
just
can hear what she said and you can kind of grasp what she's talking about.
driven, inspire women with rate of blessing, but time to beyond grateful in ways I can. The gems of energy, max of love, positivity, share the true bro. I didn't hear nothing there. Um,
Yeah, bro, I felt like you did this with my Instagram, bro. Coach Chick, I'm starting to like you, not like you more and more.
yeah, get ready for us for elevator event, being a black woman in a room full of powerful, inspiring entrepreneurs. I mean, so to me, what I'm guessing she did, bro, is I'm guessing that she just did some like guerrilla marketing where she just like hit up a lot of, she probably just like half the people, I don't know, bro, like a quarter to half the people are probably her own friends. And she just like telling them, hey man, I'm doing this event. She probably like rented it out, spent some money on it, and nothing came out of it. She didn't make no money, nobody made some money. It was just an event. That's my guess because I don't
Yeah.
And so the thing is, a lot of these women, bro, like these boss babes, the ninth muse presents retreat. Celebrate the elevation today. Her vision was to like what was executed? Like what the hell is this? What'd you guys do? Her retreat. So I feel like if you wanted to sell her, bro, like I don't think it's a smart move, but if you wanted to sell her, you could say to her like, "Hey, what we would do is we would take your like create a really good piece of content and then we would drive it maybe to like an events calendar page and just get a bunch of people to opt in and then you have a conversation with these women and then get them to code this event for like, I don't know, spend $20 or whatever, whatever. And that would help you cover the cost of this whole event. And then at the event, you can pitch your coaching offer. I think that she would get like, the truth is that what she if she wants to build an actual coach, she needs to do something like me, or a call funnel. But
Hmm.
I don't think she even really has a thing. You can have a
Hmm.
conversation with her. But like I'm just saying that this would appeal to a woman like this. Like based off
Yeah.
of just reading her, is like that's what she wants. She wants the status notoriety of like boss babes in a fucking room. So if you, oh my God, I can get that, that's gonna get her excited. She's gonna be excited just about that. So it's like, hey,
Yeah.
whatever you did this one time and half the people are your friends, what we could do is we can get the entire city and get your message out to all these women and then really pack the house out and do that every single month. And then once a month, you can go in there and you can pitch your offer.
Yeah. That's what a lot of them do, actually.
Mhm.
Like what you're saying is some of them do about what like Zoom calls where they get everybody in the Zoom call, then they pitch the offer over the Zoom call.
Yep. Yep.
Do it that way.
So, so in this particular case, I mean, have a conversation with her. I'm willing to bet that she doesn't want that. I'm willing to bet she wants people in person because she wants to feel special and all that. So make sure you ask before you say that.
So yeah, okay, but lean more towards getting people in low ticket, get them
No,
in.
no, no. Don't do the low tick. So basically, the way you would just explain to her is, so basically, what I'm saying to you is like my low ticket phone, whatever you experience is what she needs to do in order to actually sell some kind of a coaching offer, if she actually has a coaching offer, or she's actually helping people transform their lives in some capacity. That's the
Hmm.
truth. The truth is also, if you say that to her, she's not going to be turned on by it. She's going to be turned off by it because that she actually doesn't really want to do, in my opinion, just based off of reading this. Just my
Hmm.
read. My read on her is she's just a woman who is your typical boss babe. Here, let's just read a little bit more. Let me give her the benefit of the doubt. How you got something that's unavailable, girl? How is the link in your bio?
Yeah,
I love you.
go to her message, bro. Go listen to it real quick. She explains everything in there.
Okay.
General,
Uh,
general at the top. Yeah, and then TK right there. Yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Topanga. I am a brand strategist here in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm definitely very interested in working with you and very serious to take the last spot for the free video. I am in the midst of a little mini rebrand right now, so I'm trying to um, have a clear message as far as what I do, who I serve, and how I do that to my customers or possible clients, as well as, just getting more kind of on brand with my business. I just got done hosting an event, sold out event for Louisville, Kentucky that went um, a lot better than expected. So I am now getting back into the routine of working on my own brand, and just trying to get more clients, really have more brand awareness. A lot of people in Louisville don't know really what I do and don't understand the importance of it. So this next year, as I'm entering year two of business, I'm trying to hone in on that clear brand message, getting my name out there more, my face out there, my brand, and really just bridging the gap of um, people that don't understand the importance of branding. And I do that through events and marketing campaigns. So I'm an event, really, I guess like an event coordinator. So I strategize and I help the day of the event. And then I also do marketing campaigns for different launches and things like that. So I would definitely love to talk more. Just send me over your information.
so it sounds like what she does is there's like events. Like for example, I don't know. I know a lot of people in my city will throw some kind of event. So she might be the person that they hit up and like, hey, uh,
Like a
TK.
promoter?
So what I'm hearing is like, let's say, like for example, I remember my very first video shoot ever that I got paid for. I went to this place, and then there's like these two guys. They had an event. They had a bunch of people there, samosas, whatever. There was like an artist there, a football artist, a football player. He came, and so like somebody needs to organize that. They need to like rent out. They need to book out the place. They need to like share, like decorate it, balloons everywhere. They need to like talk to the server and find the food and like the drink. Like that's I think what she does.
Okay.
So when she says event organizer, that's what I hear. So it's like,
Okay.
hey, TK, we got this event. We need you to do it. All right, bet. Okay, TK, how much is it? Oh, it's going to be $500 for me to, plan it. It's like also almost like an event. It's like a wedding planner almost, right?
Okay.
So I think that's what she does. And then when it comes to marketing launches, I think so maybe for example, like I'll go to TK and be like, hey, so I'm trying to do an event launch, and I want people to be there. And then, what do you think it should be? Okay, so I'll talk to the hostess, whatever. I'll get the location, I'll get it all rented out, all that stuff. It's this amount of money. Cool. And then when she means by a marketing launch, what she'll probably do is she'll probably like create the flyers and say it's all white party. Like that's what she's doing. Like that's what she means by a marketing launch, I think,
Okay.
is so she'll be like, all right, cool, bet. We're gonna email everybody, we're gonna text everybody to come show up in all white. I'm gonna post some kind of thing on Facebook and Instagram and get them everybody hyped up. That's what she does, I think. And so when she hosted this event, I think what she in my again, I'm in my I might be coming across a little disrespectful. I understand that, but I think that what she's doing is she she's basically trying to she basically hosted her own event, showing which is her own skills, and she probably got these women to pay a little bit so that she can host it, and then she's on stage saying, "Hey, here's what I do," and it's just a lot of it is validation. But like, okay, if you're a real coach, what you would do is be like, "Hey, here's how I make money." Right? Here's how I make money. I basically am this lady that's known, and I have all these people come to me, and here's what I do for them. And so I think what she's trying to do is she's trying to like tell these women, like, yo, this is what I do. And I think honestly, it's just validation for her. I don't think she has a mindset of like, I think she's thinking like it's gonna make her feel special. She's like, if some of these people at least pay me, maybe I'll get three or four of these women to pay me $500 to learn from me so that they can potentially go out there and do it. I think that's what she's trying to do.
Okay.
So I think what you do is you kind of go in there with your call. I don't know if you had a discovery call with her yet or not, but I think it's a matter of cool. So I see, I listened to your voice and I checked out what you did. That's an event. Can you talk to me more about like and try to just extract from her if what I said to you is true and
Hmm.
make her feel special about that. And then be like, cool. So yeah, I think what we can do is whatever your event is and how you got, the X number of women there. I think if you're interested, from what I'm hearing you'd like to really be doing that, instead of, doing a big launch and getting that once, doing something like that once a month and having it funded, having these women pay for it, having these people pay for it. And then on top of that, you could probably pitch and offer something like one, two, $3,000 where they can learn from you over the course of maybe a month, right? Like really coach them. Don't say it to them. Don't say it to her. Be like, is that something you want? Because that might scare her. In my opinion, I kind of feel like what she wants to do, she just wants to get everybody to pay like I don't know, $70, $50 just to be in that event and like listen to her talk. That's kind of what I'm getting. So she might not actually want to offer some kind of a 3-month coaching program. That might actually turn her off. So
Hmm.
you kind of want to ask her and see what she wants. And then if she leans in, like, oh, you push it, you lean into that. Because that is the truth. That is how she would make money. You know Myron Golden. That's what Myron Golden does,
Yeah.
right? He just fills up a house and then he makes a 20K offer, right?
Hmm.
And so the strategy behind that is again, you basically, and so when she's talking about like getting her branding right, getting her messaging right, what she means by that, she doesn't even know what the hell she needs to say in order to attract these women and be like, hey, I'm interested. I want to learn from TK. Let me go to this event. So you need to explain to her, like, hey, the typical message is hook, problem, authority, solution, call to action. And so I would write this out for you. And so you kind of maybe give her an example of like, hey, so this is what works really well when it comes to Facebook ads. And so we would do that and then we would help you create the content in order to build know, like, trust so that when people see your ad, they go through your Instagram, like, yeah, I definitely want to show up to this event.
Okay. So I'm gonna make sure I understand because there was a lot. So with her, the main focus is she wants to get women to pay to come to this event so she can be like, hey, look, this is what I do. Or is that the main thing I'm hearing? Or
I think that's what it is. It's your
okay.
job to extract that. It's your job to
Okay.
extract.
Yeah, I'll extract it. I definitely extract try to go into more detail and ask some questions like,
and figure out like
Really
what is
try to.
it she like what is her North Star? What is the thing that she's why what is she trying to do? And
Yeah.
I think it's just getting a bunch of women in a room and she's trying to get paid from that. Because right now she's probably getting paid, I don't know, $500 to $2,000 to do to set up an event for somebody, and those are sparse. Like she doesn't know when they're gonna come in.
Yeah.
So he's just like, hey, let me just like do events myself and see if I can make $500 to $1,000 doing events myself and packing up a room.
Hmm.
That's what I think.
Okay. Okay.
You know? But don't stress about it too much. I feel like we spent way too much.
Trust me, I ain't.
We,
Trust me, I ain't.
good, good. We spent way too long on this one. But
Yeah, appreciate you, Coach E, bro. I just listened to that like, okay. Like I told you, I give you my opinion later on. I don't want to say it, I know, but
yeah, plenty of women like this. I think I have like I think I'm just because I know this one girl, um, and she and I used to work. She basically was one of the first people I started with, and I don't know, she's probably not even appropriate, but like she's a sugar baby. I saw who she found. She's I just oh, it's
but
just
it just be, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like stuff like that, bro, just be a turn off for me, bro. Like I'm
on her
gonna be all the
Instagram.
way 100.
She started a book. She says she's a videographer. She says like bro, it's like every single profession. She got like 7 professions and did them all in a year. Like what? Like how? Like there was this is the funniest thing. Like there she shot a video of herself holding a camera to show off like she's and then I can see like the owner of the camera that's like this in the background makes sure she doesn't drop it. Uh anyways, that's neither here nor there. What else you got for me, bro?
I think that's it. That's all I have set up right now. Um, as far as that goes. Yeah, like I said, I meet with the dude Friday. I meet with two Thursday. No, two Wednesday. Sorry, two Wednesday, and one tomorrow. I have one tomorrow, which is the dude we talked about with the studio, and you know. I
Yeah.
think my main thing, and I think I put it in there, is just the mindset, bro.
Yeah.
Really, what we talked about overcoming those emotions, because, bro, it's just the bull crap just be annoying, bro. Like, and I know it's like we there, like you said, we're kind of like a therapist when it comes to it, but it's just like keeping the emotions under control when people are feeding you these things that you know is bull crap, and knowing that you have to listen and deal with it. I think that's my main thing. Or when you know that this person is not really qualified, but you still have to push through to get the sale. It's more so my where I'm really struggling. The talking and stuff is really not hard for me. It's more the emotional, because a sale mindset is way different. You know what I'm saying? It's way different. So,
In terms of that, I don't, all I can tell you, bro, is you're kind of at that stage where, you kind of enter, a new firm or you enter
mhm.
somewhere. They're like, yo, bro, you're the mailman for now. Like it is what it
Yeah,
is. Like I don't care where you were before. It's just you got to work your way up. Like it's just
yeah,
is what it is. And you might feel like you know a lot of it, but like I guarantee there will be small little things that you will learn.
absolutely,
That will matter.
absolutely.
So, even like for example, the voice I gave you earlier, like there's probably quite a bit of wisdom there that you're like, oh, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah,
And
no, literally, literally.
so unless you do the rep, I cannot give
You're
you the
not
wisdom.
gonna get the exactly, exactly. No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
So it's like you have to do it in order to go through it, and then I can share like some wisdom with you, and you will become wiser through your experience. So it's like it's just a do that is, and the reason it's important is again I told this to Alicia last week, and so I'm going to tell it to you. It's like you're literally like 1 week behind Alicia in terms of your experience,
Mhm.
and what I explained to him was like, hey bro, like this is when it's easy. Like look at your cost per discovery call, cost per sales call. I don't know what it is, probably like $20 or something like that for like a discovery
Hmm.
call, and a sales. So you spent basically $150 for a qualified sales call, or if you
Hmm.
get them to a sales call, that's how much you spent. So it costs you $150 to have a really good person. When you get out into the other, when you niche down, man, you're talking about 350, $400.
Yeah,
That's a big difference.
it
And then
is.
it's a big difference. That adds up. And that's why people charge, 15, 16 grand for stuff because their ads, that's what they need to charge to be profitable. So right now it's like right now you're playing the game on easy mode.
Yeah,
Right. So sometimes whenever we play a game, we're a little bit annoyed, frustrated. Like, let me get to the people at the higher level. But it's like
you
there's
got to play that game in order to. Yeah, absolutely. Because you're like you said, you're gaining those materials for that higher level. You know what I'm saying? But you have to go through the easy levels. You have to go through those levels that's annoying just to grab the materials that you need to be able to use. And it's not, like you said, this is practice right now for
Mhm.
the big move, for the big game where you're not just wasting money. This is why we do what we do. And like I said, I definitely get the concept. It's just, like I said, it definitely get, especially with that call I had today, it was like,
Yeah.
bro, like,
I I would say with you, the thing I've seen like, oh, like, and this is, I'm seeing it again this week is for you, it's like skill set wise, you're good. In terms of like being motivated to be excellent and all these are green flags across the board. I have no complaints. My only concern is for you, which is you burn really bright emotionally, right?
yeah,
And so we spoke about that the other
yeah,
day on the call, and I was like, bro, you got to temper your shit or else you're gonna burn out. And again, I'm seeing that today, and just it's
hmm
manifesting in different ways. So I think what I've
hmm
noticed with you just these two times is you're a very emotional man, right? And that's fine, but that is something that it will bite you in the butt down the road if you don't
yeah,
figure out some kind of a way to deal with it, whether it's talking to a wife or I don't know if it's these calls, but like that's
hmm
something that is a concern of mine for you.
hmm
Again, it doesn't make you a bad person. It's just that's something I think you need to work on.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, definitely. And I put that in the voice note that I sent. It's like, no, I'm still, I know this is like you said, I need to work on, especially with habits. It's something that
Because
you need to work on.
down the road, I promise you, people will press your buttons and you will this is the easy part. You'll have cases, bro, where like you sign somebody up and you'll make them an offer like, hey man, I guarantee you 10K and they'll make like 8K and they'll ask for a refund. Like shit like that happens. People will, I'm serious.
Yeah,
People will do
yeah,
things where they'll take your stuff and try to steal it, and people will gaslight you, and people will leave negative comments on your ads, and there's a bunch of stuff that will test you. And so that's why I'm and then there are times where again you'll have a really high up, like Ronnie, for example, he had a high up, he was closing 7, 8 deals, and then he was getting really excited, and I already knew what he was going to experience, and with service because I knew he was already, and a bunch of clients dropped off, and so you kind of go up this thing, and you're like, oh, I'm on the up right now. It's like, no, 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 you were here, you came up, but you're about to come down here, just slightly above where you were, and then you
got
have
you.
to earn the right to come, and so life is the agency is going to be like this. You're going to go up to a right,
Yeah,
but it's and so it's like if you get hot and heavy hot right now when you crash and burn, because inevitably something's gonna happen, bro, is like I just want to make sure you're gonna be okay. So that's why it's more of
okay.
an
No,
yeah,
I appreciate, like I told you, Coach, like, I appreciate the honesty, like, and it's something I'm definitely working on. And that's why I come to you about it, right? Because it's easy for me to lie, be like, yeah, everything's good. No, like I'm gonna tell you literally everything that's on my mind. That way, nothing that I say or the advice that you give me isn't based on a lie that I told just to try to cover up. I'd rather be honest with you
yeah,
and tell you what I'm going through, tell you how I'm feeling. Like we said on the onboarding, let me know how you're feeling. That way, you know what to fix, and it's not based off the lie, but it's based off the truth.
right.
So, like I said, no, I definitely appreciate that. That way, I know, like I said, what I need to work on, and I'm definitely working on it. First sales call, you know what I'm saying, and experiencing that was like, okay, I guess people really do do this, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely get it. When it comes the offer that I make, do that same offer because I'm getting reps in with the glass guy too. Just do that. The 1200, which is the 400 a month, or the one time payment, the 900. Still do that offer too as well.
Um, sure. I mean, it's up to you. I think that guy could probably afford more, you know.
hmm
But I really think that this is a good like if you were to close this guy, some people remember I tell you I just say refund them. I wouldn't tell you to refund this guy. I would tell you to actually work with him. Um, and actually like try like do a good job, try to get results while you niche down or whatever. And so in that case, it's like, well, I think you could squeeze out a little bit more. Um, but I also don't want you to potentially lose the deal because I think that's so I would say for this one, um,
It's one of them.
I think
Do
you
that, get in the door.
yeah,
Later
yeah,
on down the road, we can move up.
if you want to move up. But it's like
Okay,
I think he's just such a good opportunity for you to make some money and actually learn. And I
got
would
you.
rather you go in there and charge less to have the opportunity to learn.
Right. And still it'll be covering my cost anyway. Like it'll be covering my that's what I'm really worried about. Just as long as it covers the cost. Not worried about, but as long as it covers the cost, like I'm good. Like you said, learning is my main thing. Getting the experience in. And like I said, if I can do that, like no offense, forget the money right now. If I can learn that, I know other people I'm gonna be good and I can, do whatever. So okay,
Yeah,
that's cool then.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
I think so. Just focus on that, and then if you do close him, and I think what I'll do is I'll maybe try to think of some additional services that you can try to upsell or add as bonuses for him so that you can make a little bit more money. Um,
Okay.
for example, one thing I'll do from time to time is I'll close somebody and then like on the onboarding, I'll say, hey man, I don't know, did I tell you about the Google sir? Oh shoot, that's on me, man. So what we typically do is we charge X amount for that per month. I'm going to go ahead and actually throw it in on the house for you. And then if you want to continue with it, it's going to be this amount per month. You don't have to worry about that right now, but that's something that's something I'm going to go ahead and throw in for you right now. So you're automatically adding the upsell. So you're saying, hey, it's 900
Okay.
bucks. And then you're saying, hey, we're going to do this thing for you. And after 30 days, it's going to cost you an additional $400 a month. And so what's going to happen within 30 days, he's going to make money with it. And so he's going to have no choice but to pay you another $400 a month. So you basically force the upsell.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, yeah, we can talk. Absolutely. I'm definitely going to study that, what you talked about of, making it to where it's like, no, I need you. I can't do this by myself,
Mhm.
when it comes to the
Yeah.
discovery part. Okay. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. I think that's all I got, bro.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Um, Ronnie, did you have specific questions you want to go over, or was it it's kind of just like an update that do you want me to show do you want to show me something?
Yeah, I had one thing. So I'm doing my first coaching call tomorrow,
Mhm.
and I just don't know how this Slack stuff works completely yet. I just found that out today. I don't know how I can put all the members into a group chat where I can just do something similar to what you're doing, where you're like, I don't know if you're doing it like this, but it's like at everyone or you're tagging the usernames. Like I just don't know how to like get them into like one place where they can all get notified like, hey, X coaching call is happening at X time.
So the the thing is, I set this up years ago, so I don't even remember the exact settings, but I know that you want to go into the settings, and what happens is when you go into settings, you can set up where whenever they join your Slack, everybody's automatically going to join the general one. So the way I set it up is that everybody automatically joins the general one, and I
Uh,
think I set it up where they automatically join the wins one. But when I first created the wins, right? So basically I had the general from day one. And then whenever I created the wins channel, I had to manually add everybody into this channel that I wanted in there. So I think what you're going to have to do is you're going to create a general channel. Step one. Step two is then you're going to manually invite every single one of those over that are in I would invite everybody just because you want to build this up. Literally every person you ever close, like even the people that have churned from day one, you want to build this up because you want as many people in there as possible. And then again, so step one is create the channel. Step two is invite everybody in. Step three is then to do a little bit of research, go on Google, go on YouTube, and just figure out honestly how to like set up your Slack to make it more close to mine. Um, I mean, if I come in here really quick, I can kind of, if you want to, so what you can do is you can rewatch this. I'll just quickly go through it. Notifications. So that's the navigation. If I click on home. So again, just watch this and then if I were you, I'd probably just model this. Appearance probably doesn't matter. So these are the things that are important, privacy and visibility. Mm, Advanced. Okay. And then this stuff is important, I believe. So that's that. Let me see if there's anything else. Slack. Um, about Slack, preferences, follow, view history window. Okay. And then channel details. Customize channel. Edit. So let's go on to open channel details. So this stuff I do remember is important. So general about members is just the members, tabs, integrations. I don't think this stuff is that important. Settings. Okay, here's I think what it was.
Okay.
So I've got the channel name and then posting permissions. Yeah, this stuff I believe was pretty important. Um, what the heck? Let me close out of this. Okay, great. So settings, everyone can choose who can add, remove, enter tabs, everyone. So I think that's that actually. Um, yeah. And then when it comes to the wins one, so this matters like changing to a private channel, archiving channel, like this stuff. Because I think what happens if it's a private channel, nobody can see it other than the people that are in it. Um, and then I had a value drops and it just like disappears from time to time. I don't know why.
What
Uh,
happens if you press the channels? Oh, yeah,
yeah,
that's weird.
there's just a weird glitch. That's pretty much it. What other question did you have?
Um, so so my question is like the people, how do I like add the people into that to that chat, if that makes sense?
General.
Yeah.
So
Because I don't have like I've for what I've been doing is I've just been creating group chats between me and the client. So I don't have like a general communications,
okay.
which I know
So
now I know I should have done that because now I could have done what you did.
so let's say I create wins, right? So let's just say general, right?
Yeah.
You come to general, and then you click on the people in the upper right hand corner, and then I all you do is you click on members and you click on add people. And I think that's it.
Okay, cool. All right, got you. Cool.
Yeah. Um, and then yeah, this is for like the coaching one-on-one type of stuff, which you're already doing.
All right, cool.
And then and just make sure again, the important thing is if I were you, you're typically again you do I like to do in the morning afternoon. What you want to do is you want to tag them and say hey get coaching call tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, super excited to see you guys. um and then again in the afternoon you probably put something else again, and then I would actually message each person individually, so you got to
Okay.
go ham. You got to go ham, so I would
Yeah.
message individually tonight and then tomorrow, and then tomorrow you can literally just copy and paste what I'm doing.
Okay. Cool.
And if you, so here's what I would do. All the things I just mentioned, post something in the general tonight, and then tomorrow, or it's tonight, you message each person and you say, hey, coaching call tomorrow, just give me a heads up. Um, I'm gonna have a prompt in there. Please reply to it with your questions tomorrow. You're just giving them a heads up.
Say that last part one more time.
So basically, you have the general, right? And then in the
Yeah.
general, you're gonna say basically, "Hey guys, coaching call tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Excited for our call tomorrow." Tag everybody, and
Yeah.
then you go to each individual person. And then when you go to the individual person, like, "Hey Aiden, coaching call tomorrow. I don't know, please have a look at the general tab. I'm gonna leave a post there tomorrow. It's important that you go in there and answer it because I'm gonna ask you a few questions. It's gonna prompt you to ask questions for a coaching call."
Okay, cool.
Basically, the point is like if you just post something in general and everybody sees themselves tagged, they're not gonna be as emotional or tied in until unless you reach out to them
That
personally.
makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, you got to make that personal touch.
Okay. Got you. Cool. Thank you so much.
Yep. What else?
I think that's it. I think besides the coaching calls, the things that I'm gonna honestly just work on is finish creating my last piece of video, and then after that I'm gonna start creating my ads.
Okay. So you got to create your last piece of video. Are you talking about for like the service delivery, course material, all that stuff?
Yes, correct.
And then in terms of ads, do you need to create ads or the last ads are not going to work for you or what?
Absolutely not. They're not gonna they what I've noticed is every time I do turn on the ads, like the first time when I first turn it on, like the very first time, uh Like every time I would turn it on, it would be good for like a month, and then the quality drops, the costs start going up, and it just like the volume starts going down on the second month. So what I want to do is I want to have like 10 different creatives, and essentially that way I can have higher quality people coming in through the door, and not only that, this way I won't like run out of people to target. So that way I can like keep the field, I can keep the pond from drying out, if that makes sense.
So when it comes to your ads, message me right now in Slack
Yeah.
and be like, hey, send me some ads over, templates over. And so what I can do is I can send that over your way and then you can use that to actually start creating your
I'm typing it right now. Can you send me over some ads? And then what else should I mention?
just that. That's fine. And that'll let me know because what I want to do is I want to send you some scripts because do you have ideas for what you're gonna do for ads or what?
I have a couple of ideas, yeah. Like I was gonna do one of like the I don't know if you probably you know what I'm talking about. Like those ranking videos like A tier, B tier, S tier, and then at the S tier I'm gonna put in running paid ads.
Yeah. So what you want to do, so Riviera, for example, just did this. Um, so if I come into him, what he did is he basically, if you want to watch back 1 minute 24 seconds, he basically what I did is I told him to go on Instagram and find a bunch of trends and then basically create a script. So again, you can come in here and like read the script. I didn't read the script all the way through, but S tier ranking ad, okay, good, best. So like, hey, okay, good, best. So like, getting leads. Word of mouth is okay, better is this, and the best is using paid ads. All right. Um,
Yeah.
Struggling to be offer versus high ticket. So he's going to be shooting this type of ad, which is the split screen one. So this pops up.
Oh, I know this guy.
Yeah. So he's going to be doing that style of ad. Um, and then he's going to be doing a walking yap. So this is like kind of Jacob's ad. Where you're just like, you got to kind of like the stuff that you do sometimes where you're just
Oh, like
walking.
for my one account.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the 30K mechanism video, that's going to be basically, um, that's going to be, he's basically recreating this video of mine.
Okay.
He's doing that one. Um, and then what else? And then this one as well. Like, hey, how much is this video worth? So he's basically taking those concepts and then he's taking this video and this video and just recreating it. All he did is he's just swapping out words to make it make sense for his niche.
Okay. And do you know how many creatives he's planning on to make?
So you got these, and then there's all these ads that I gave him. So I
Mhm.
gave him, and so that's what when you message me, what I'm doing is I'm just gonna copy and paste what I sent him over. But these are all ads that I gave him. So right here, it's like higher paying clients, consistent clients, local business owners, relying on word, hey, if you're a business VR for that relies on word of mouth, here's what you should be doing. Um, so are you trying to get to 250K a year and you're currently doing X amount? So yeah, I sent these to him. So he's gonna be doing all of these and he's gonna be doing the ones I just showed you. So he's gonna be recording like, I don't know, 8 ads.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And so the thing is, that's a lot, but when he launches them, he's not gonna have to worry about ads for like a year. He's gonna be good for like a year.
Okay, got you, got you. Cool, cool. All right, I'm excited for this.
Good, good. So yeah, send one. What I'll do is I'll just like send you some of the stuff, and then what you'll do is you'll just tweak it for your niche.
Okay, cool. And then is he did he move over
He's
to fully
he's
video for weddings, or is
he's
he still in portraits as well?
so I don't know if I updated you. Basically, he's basically going to be helping me grow the Marketing and sheet code.
Okay, cool, cool.
So he's going after the same market I'm going after. Um, he's just going to be, so we're just building a low ticket funnel for him to sell to videographers. And it's his face is different than mine.
Oh,
Obviously.
okay.
And so and what he's doing, our angle for him is, so for me, I help videographers that work with business and brands. What he's doing is he's going to be going after videographers that work with local businesses. And so his whole pitch is, hey, if you're a videographer, you work with local businesses, use our shit to get consistent leads using ads, and then here's what you need to be doing to get them results. So does that make sense? So we're
Yeah.
still it's the same shit. And so
It's
he's
the
gonna be
same shit, just a fucking different angle. It's like he's gonna be using the not the leads campaign, he's gonna be using the sales campaign for the low ticket stuff.
so basically no, it's different because like I go after video marketers,
Yeah.
um, and he's going after video marketers that work with local businesses.
Oh, okay.
I work with across the board. So hey, if you're a videographer, you want us to go 30,000 per month, here's a fast, use and smart way. For him, it's gonna be, hey, if you're this is important, so I'll say this again. Hey, if you're a videographer and you work with local business and brands, and you want to, I'm sorry, hey, if you're a videographer, you want to scale to 30,000 per month, here's the fast, easiest, most profitable way. Him, hey, if you're a videographer that works with local businesses and brands and want to scale to 30,000 per month, here's a fast, easiest, profitable way. So he's going out, I'm saying videographers, he's saying videographers that work with local businesses. So he's doing slightly different than me, a slightly different target. But the thing is, both of those funnel into my 6-figure 6 weeks funnel. Remember my 6-figure 6 week funnel because that helps
Yeah.
local businesses. So we're doing the same shit. It's just he's a different face and he's going after a slightly different,
Slightly
slight,
different audience.
yeah. And so yeah, so basically we're building a low ticket funnel for him, and that's what he's gonna be doing. Because
Okay, cool, cool.
I was gonna do this anyways, and I was like, instead of me doing, I'm just gonna give it to Riviera to run.
Yeah. He's gonna have a lot of content that he needs to film too, besides like those 8 ads, I'm assuming.
So he just messaged me earlier today. He's going to was a We House or something, We Space or something. And there's a space, and he's gonna go there. He's gonna record a bunch of content. There's like a videographer there that he's gonna be teaching ads to and stuff. So he's gonna have a whiteboard and all this stuff. He's gonna be recording a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
that's what's necessary. It's like a whole day worth of content. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's yeah. Questions, comments, concerns?
No, thank you for sharing.
Yep. Anything else?
No, I think that's about it.
Okay. Mr. Stewart, I before I get to you, I drank a gallon of water, but how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
I will. All right. What is going on? What you got for me today, Stuart?
Not a ton. Well, not that's not true. The one thing that was shared by Mason, I think last week, I
Mhm.
dug into that more. So far, that seems to be like one of the best examples of somebody pretty much doing this same methodology of like, the $5,000 high ticket course and coaching type of thing. And so I kind of went through, I even had AI kind of scrape her site and just gather everything it could about roughly her process and everything. So the funnel and how it's working and everything. There's a lot in there. And she seemed to be pretty close. I'm going to see if I can find it here. Yeah. Um, I can share my screen too if that helps.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Do, do. All right. You see it? Okay. So yeah, this gal, her whole thing is very similar in the niche. It's like she's doing like this podcast to grow or podcast to profit. And then it's like a faith-based kind of backing and everything like that. Live coaching, everything there. And then she has like a, same kind of thing, lead magnets, low ticket offer, all that kind of stuff. But uh seems like she's doing a very similar process. So that is the only one so far I'm really finding. I feel like as I'm
So she
using,
has, so you're saying she has a low ticket funnel in there?
yes, yeah, I can't remember where. Let's just see. Ready to apply. Wait,
Low
just
rate
shut
of
up.
apply would take you to, I'm guessing, a high ticket call funnel.
Yeah, that's probably the high ticket. Okay, yeah, she's got a payment plan, paying full. Yeah, okay, so here's her full price.
Is she
Uh,
on YouTube? Is she on YouTube?
I don't know
Let-
actually.
Let's have a look because the way she's branded herself, this would work well for
Yes.
organic, but this would not work well for organic or paid ads.
Yeah, and her thing was pulled straight from Facebook ads, but
Oh
uh,
yeah? Okay. Interesting.
oop, yeah, that's her.
So let's go into her things, click on videos, and let's have a look at how often she's running her stuff, like her content. 5 days. Okay, so here's what I'm going to bet, dude. I'm going to bet that her primary source or her traffic source is this, and then she's using if you go in her ads, I'm willing to bet that's a lot of like retargeting ads. She's not using Facebook
Yeah.
ads as her source to get clients. It's YouTube.
Okay. Let me see if I can just look her up on here again.
And so I just bring that up because this to me bit so
She's got quite a few. May 29th.
let's click on a few like call to action buttons and see let's see if they all take us back to that page. So it takes
Yeah,
so
so here
okay.
she's got the $17 low ticket
Okay. Okay. Apply to train. Um let's go and click on that. Let's see what happens.
here.
Yeah.
Thrive cart. Yeah. So clearly, I mean, that's getting you in the door. And then she's
If I were if
ups.
I were you, I would, in my 2 cents, is if I were in your position, I would definitely be buying that and then probably decline the upsell and then just kind of seeing what the process to nurture, and just seeing what the heck she does. That's
Okay.
one of the things I would do.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably it is one of the things I would do. Let's see her other ads and see what they drive traffic to.
Okay. I'm assuming it's all that same. This
Hmm.
one.
Because yeah, this makes sense. Like her other page does not make sense in terms of ads. Uh, Um,
This
that's
one.
probably a video view ad because there's no call to action button on there.
Yeah.
Let's go to the other one. See details.
Okay. So this is more
So,
straight to her high
so
ticket.
go back to the ad. Go back to the ads library or where you are. See, read that. Friend, I see you. Yeah. So this is the retargeting ad. So go back to her YouTube now
Okay.
and let's see what the let's just look at a piece of content, see what what her description looks like in terms of
What?
where she's traffic.
She's got 68,000 subs.
Let's see if she's got anything she's driving traffic. Ready to make content from a podcast. So that's one. So let's go ahead
Yeah.
and check some of these out.
That's the boot camp. So that's the $17. She had
Uh-huh.
one more. No, listen to the podcast, want to grow. Oh yeah. Okay, so then her full price thing.
Yeah, so I'm going to bet that so here's what she's probably doing. She's using YouTube as her primary source. Um, she's she has the low ticket and the high ticket thing because she knows that a certain percentage of the people are just going to, yep. And then she's got that as a free thing to nurture some people. Let's check out that. She's got
Just
15,000.
Facebook
So
group.
she's, dude, so here, this is all good signs for you. I mean,
Yeah.
this shows you, we got solid demand, man. Um, so yeah, she's probably getting some free people in here. She's probably getting some people are like, no, you know what? I want to pay for this stuff. But they're not willing to pay more. Probably haven't bought a high ticket thing. We'll pay this $17. And then she's got the coaching thing for the people that are like, yep, I'm all in. And then she's running retargeting ads to that one, the high ticket one, which is most
Hmm.
like a lot of YouTube people going there because if she just ran cold ads to that page, that's not going to convert. And then she's running ads with the low ticket thing because that will convert. So that's mostly what she's doing. And what I like about her stuff is, I mean, all that logically makes sense. Like she knows
Hmm.
what she for sure. Um, I like what I'm learning from this is what the market is telling me is her thing of podcast to profit. So,
Hmm.
her thing isn't how to start a podcast. I mean, let's go back to the $17 thing again.
Just
So
seeing
yeah,
what.
her whole thing is profitable, man. Her whole
Yeah.
thing, it's not starting a podcast. So that's interesting. Um, So that's something you might want to write down your Google Doc
Yeah.
of like, hey, a potential angle is, obviously there's the whole 14-day podcast starter for people that's super broad, but then something like this would convert really well as well. And so if I'm you, I'm gonna buy that, but I'm also gonna buy that because of what the heck we need to learn, man. Like one of your things was like, hey, how do I actually like monetize podcasts? So let's like see what we can learn from her.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll pick it up.
And then, so I don't know if this is the same $17 thing as the other one. This one right here, what this looks like to me is $17. So what this is, yeah,
I paid.
I want to see the other $17 thing, unless it was a different one than this
I
one.
think it was the same. Hold on.
Is it this
I think they were all the same page.
Profitable
Yeah.
Podcast Boot Camp? Is
Was,
this
was this the other one? Oh no, that's the big one. And that's the big one too. Okay.
because if
Yeah.
and I can see actually, you know what? It might be actually now that I think about it. So is this a boot camp? Okay. Here's kind of what I'm guessing actually. Now, because okay, I wasn't paying enough attention. I just saw the $17 mark. I'm like, okay, that makes sense for a low ticket offer. I would not be surprised if her primary source is YouTube, like I said before. But initially, what I was thinking was that's her primary source. And then she does run some ads to cold traffic to this page. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is primary retargeting as well, because
Hmm.
doing a 5-day boot camp is really hard with cold traffic because they don't know, like, trust you yet.
Hmm.
So what I'm guessing is again, a lot of the YouTube people are coming in here from YouTube, watching this, coming in here, opting into this, paying for this,
Yeah.
or she's retargeting people to come here because she's doing a 5-day boot camp and then she's pitching her 2,000 a $5,000 thing. That's what she's doing. So
Yeah.
she's either doing a sales call with a closer to close a 5,000 thing, or she's going people to this boot camp on day 5. She's pitching that thing. Same thing. So two different mechanisms to sell the same thing. That's
Yeah.
what she.
Yeah. I like that. Kind of even using YouTube, her videos as her lead magnet, like top funnel, getting
I
people.
like it. I like it, except for the fact that if you're going to try to model this, you would need to be big on YouTube. And
Yeah, I have to.
right now we're starting with paid ads. And again, now that you've seen the demand, hopefully this has opened up your eyes to be like, I need to go on YouTube. And assuming you are on YouTube and we really build things out over the course of the next 6 months to a year and a half, well, then now more of her strategy would work well for you, where you can do like, a 5-day boot camp. It would work really well because these convert really well. You just have to get
Yeah,
them to pay for the
yeah.
5.
I did go through, this is just a spreadsheet I created, but it's based on this stuff here. So like just a quick scan of like the top stuff performing on YouTube, like content basically, because you were saying make a boatload of content.
Right.
So I've got like start a podcast and all the things with their, even though some of these are older, like they're fairly evergreen. And then it was also calling out like, especially Think Media, they recycle stuff all the time. Um, and then like they'll make the same video a year later, but it's
Mhm.
like, oh, here's how to do that. And then they throw in AI or something like that as like a new tool. Um, Podcast setups, things. So it's like there's a lot of stuff I could easily create similar things and just go, okay, here's what you do. And I think we were talking last time about like the entry level people who are just getting in and trying to learn. is maybe one too, just creating that kind of content to at least grow the audience a little bit and get some decent exposure. But then I could have that and then at some point roll out like the $17 course or something, or the 5-day boot camp or something, and get people, getting into that. And I think you were saying like once they're going to pay for something like that, at least they're a little more serious and you can pitch those people.
So say that again. You said first start with this and then this and then this.
Yeah, so like as far as like creating content, so building my business presence on YouTube. So
Okay, so
doing what she did, but and modeling it after content that is already high performing and kind of do a lookalike content. So I could do this pretty quick, I think. And then use that as I grow that audience, then I can begin like I can pitch the 17 or $27, 14-day
oh,
podcast,
I see.
something like that. And then even though that wouldn't be the main thing, but that would be a thing.
Mhm.
So
I see what you're getting at.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know much about YouTube in terms of what I have heard is that on YouTube, you want to build trust and then, go in there for a pitch. But also, who knows how long it's going to take you to build an audience? Who knows how long
yeah,
it's going to take you before you can go in there and say, hey guys, I got this thing for sale. If it were me, I would just I would build a YouTube and I would just have your products from day one. That's me.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
that's
Okay. I
um
like,
now, so here's what I'm learning from her versus kind of what we're talking about. What's her market versus what was the market that we were thinking about, by the way?
I mean, her market, it seems primarily it's women and it's women who want to start like a podcast. That's usually
Oh.
some sort of faith-based thing. And so that's not my market, but
So there's another answer I was looking at for you. What is she doing that's a strategic business move in terms of market?
targeting people who already have a podcast and helping them grow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what we talked about is like 14-day podcast, starter. So that's going to do is, yeah, that's going to get the entry level people in versus her. She's not doing that. She's talking to people that already have a podcast and she's trying to help them monetize, which I think is
Yeah.
higher ticket, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like these people have already started podcasts, have already poured money into it. They're already in a little bit of pain. All she has to do is say, hey, look, it's 5,000 for my thing. I'm going to show you how to monetize. And it's like they've already invested all this stuff into the equipment and everything like that. And so it's going to be an easier pill for them as well versus you, like they haven't even started. So we have to first get them to start. And then after they start, then we have to get them to monetize. Like, so she's like, if it were the market, and this is like surgeons, and then this is like med students, it's like we're going after med students. She's going after these people right here. She's a little bit
Hmm.
off. So that's kind of what I'm seeing with her.
Yeah. I do see
So
it looks like she is, at least there's a step in this one for people starting their own podcast too. So like
Mhm.
that might be a foot in the door thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think what you're getting at is it's easier to get people who already have something to want to pay to help grow that something versus like
sure.
start it from scratch.
I am getting at that, but I'm also getting at like now we have a decision to make. Do we go after mass market and start here? Or do we go after here, which is like, hey, you already have a podcast and we try to monetize it. Now, in my opinion, what you should do is you should study her stuff because we want to learn this stuff. And
Yeah.
then you can share if you want, share the course detail login with me if you feel comfortable with that. And then I can kind of click around, kind of see what the heck she's doing. And then from there, I'm against Stuart. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to sugarcoat things. And I'm just going to tell you how the reality is. The reality
Hmm.
is, for me, and if it was a business move, to be honest, what I would do is I would study her stuff, see what it is, launch my own thing, and just make it better than hers. So I get people in, and again, there's only so much information that you know compared to her, but you already got the information from her course. And so then we get people in, and each of these people are guinea pigs, and then you just get better and better, get people results. You already you're going to learn information from her, and then
Hmm.
you help these people, and then eventually you just become a better coach than she does.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one angle. So one angle is we do mass market, which is like all the stuff that you already know. You don't have to learn anything. And then other option is we go this angle. So where's your head at? I do think regardless, you should be buying your stuff. You should be studying your stuff and then let me know and update me. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I
what,
will do that part. And sorry, the other option you're saying over here is uh
so, so this is basically we launch. So I think a good thing to study. I'm going to share my screen with you.
yeah, I'll stop here.
So I modeled these guys when I created. So I modeled this, and modeled something from Parker Walbeck.
Hmm.
Um, so I like combined both of their sales funnels to make mine. Um, So basically, this is like, what they're saying is 14-day filmmaker. So this is like what that's going to do is it just opens things up because there's so many people that are interested in podcast creating one, versus there's a much smaller market of people that already have a podcast they're trying to monetize. These are right. So there might be
Yeah.
1 million people here versus there's 100,000 people here. And so that's kind of what I'm getting is like, do we want to do this or do we want to do this? Where's your head at? I think that there's more money in this. There's more money in this. So
Yeah.
it's like 1 out of 10 people you talk to, like 1 out of 10 purchasers here will buy your high ticket thing versus here, maybe 1 out of 30 people will buy your
Yeah.
high.
Yeah. That I think I'm leaning maybe where you're saying like while mass market might be tempting, it would probably be better to target the people who are a little more serious.
The only problem with this is you need that information first, which means you need to study her stuff.
So like her full course, her $5,000 course, is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think you need to study the $5,000 course. I think you do need to buy that course, and hopefully, you know how I was. I just gave away everything. I gave away the farm. So I don't know if she gives away the farm and just gives you all the information, or you have to buy the $5,000 thing. But I do think there's probably enough information in there that we can start actually creating some kind of a course or something.
Sure.
Um, because the angle is, are we going to be selling a course that's like, 14-day podcast starter, or are we going to be selling 14-day, profitable podcaster? These are completely different courses, go after completely different markets.
Would there be
I
a
my
disadvantage in doing the 14 day podcast starter
I kind
and then build off of that and then we go, okay, next thing is the big guy.
I think so. Like that, my head is kind of like I want you to study both. Like I want you to study this one, and
Hmm.
then I think again, I have to sleep on it a little bit, but my initial gut is telling me like start with, 14-day podcast starter, and then the upsell is going to be how to make it profitable. So this is going to be
Yeah.
$27 course or 14 or 47, and this is going to be your 397. And then when you go into your coaching consulting, I guess we have to have a lot of sales calls and kind of see what people really want help with, um, and figure that out.
Hmm.
And then, again, down the road, so that's like your first funnel, right? That's kind of the first funnel. So we have 14-day and then make it profitable. And then the opposite is we have a profitable, hey, create this profitable online course. And then I don't know what the mid-ticket offer would be. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But it's like, point is like you can always take a mid-ticket offer and make it the entry level of a low-ticket offer and then profitable. And then I don't know what offer would be. And then we funnel those people ultimately into your coaching program. Um,
Mid ticket is even more profitable. I don't know, something.
Make it 10 times more
Yeah,
profitable.
10 times.
But I feel like my gut is telling me that this is going to be good for you to start, because right now it's like I think baby steps. Like if me and you can launch this, dude, and you make some money with it and your eyes start to light, be like, wow, this is taking off. Like I'm making a sale every 2 days or something.
Hmm.
That might give you the inspiration you need. And I think that might be a good jumping off point. And then you get the reps and you get the experience and you start talking to some people, you sell a few of these. And then, 6 months goes by and then you're like, okay, Kushi, I know the pivot I need to make. Maybe now what we need to do is we need to really talk to people about being more profitable. Because I think that this might get us a lot more people in through the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just you seeing some sales come in, I think would be good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I think I like that funnel that you had there.
You know. So
Okay. Well,
yeah,
I'll look into all this. I'll look through this one that you linked me and make a decision there.
yeah, there's I don't know. but they had a low ticket funnel. I basically just Frankenstein. I took stuff from there that I liked, and then there the stuff that I liked in order to create my low ticket funnel. So, um,
Okay.
but yeah. What else do you have for me that's going through your head? Um,
Mm.
and by the way, I just completely derailed where you were going with all that what you were presenting. So if you want to show me more of
Oh
what
no,
you
no,
have.
you're good. No, I think mainly I'm just thinking like regardless whether it's a course or it's YouTube stuff or any of those things, like there's a lot of content I need to create. Um, the 14-day thing, it wouldn't be impossible or anything like that. It's just more, I'm just thinking like I gotta get some stuff done.
Yeah. So where do you want to take things from here?
Um, I mean, I'm thinking that that funnel you put out there is probably the best path, at least like just seeing where the response is. Like it would make sense. Get the people who are trying to start, and maybe there's an angle in there. Like even if you've started one, but you're struggling, you know, we can help in this 14-day course. So we can get some people who already have a little bit of headway, but you know their quality sucks or something like that. So we can get them all moving along in that, and then move into like flagship course, mid ticket or whatever.
So the next step in the process is for me to just pretty much I'll give you some I could I what I think the next process is like step one. If you want to write this down, I think you want to purchase her stuff and then you want to just update me and be, hey, Kaushik, I purchased this. Here's what her funnel looks like. And then here's what's inside of the course, and here's like what I'm learning inside. Again, you don't have to spend 5 hours consuming our content, but probably click around and just be like, okay, like, and there's probably like within just like, I don't know, maybe within 30 minutes of you just going through her stuff, I think you're gonna learn a lot of stuff. And be like, oh, I see how to actually monetize now. I actually know how to, I didn't know that this is what needs to be done, but now that she shared, like I know exactly how to do it. And
Mhm.
so, just update me with that. So that's kind of your task. And then what I'll do is for me, I think it's just like giving you the scripts and just being, hey, here are the scripts. And then you go in there and tweak them. And once you and I feel both good about it, which is, again, I don't know if you saw, that's where me and Riviera are, then you're off the races. You're just filming. And
Mhm.
then you can use a snapshot of my funnel and build yours. Um, it's really that simple.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I feel good on that.
Okay. Did you see anything else in terms of anybody else running ads? Anything else in terms of the market? I mean, the YouTube stuff is good. That's fine. And I think that gives me an
Yeah.
idea of like what you're showing on YouTube. But what I'm really curious about is who's running ads. I want to see if was there anybody else that you saw?
It doesn't seem like it. It even I know Mason, it took him a while to dig up just her. So um there was something, I'm trying to remember what it was. Where was it? Oh yeah, just some other stuff. Like I pulled up Perplexity and was just having it look through some more stuff, like seeing if it could have more success in ads library.
Hmm.
And it mainly pulled up things for business offers because I said like podcast and video production and video podcast space, just seeing like if anybody in that my realm is doing stuff. Um, so mostly it pulled up things for like done for you production services and things like that. But one thing it did point out, there seems to be a wide open spot, like an underserved area for B2B brands. Like mostly they're targeting individual creators. So that could be something in there. Maybe there's some way to integrate that, like where we go after businesses, nonprofits, whatever, that are trying to use that space. Because that's kind of what I've been positioning my stuff as, is like I don't really want the guy who's just like, I just want to make a podcast about, cars because I love cars. I want like somebody who has a business so they have like a justifiable marketing reason for it. And then they're using that to kind of set themselves up as like a voice in that space and an expert in their field. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, is like maybe there's some way. It's not that I'm doing I could do that for them, if they were local, but uh, helping them figure out how to do that for themselves too. I don't know. Maybe that's too niche. Maybe that's uh
But you're telling me that so in terms of the ads, you're not seeing education so much as you're seeing services like, hey, we'll do a podcast for you. We'll set it up for you, or hey, come in our studio and we'll do the pod. It's like that kind of stuff. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yeah. And I mean, and it could be my prompt too in this.
Do you
Because
have do you have some of them pulled up that I can have a look at by any chance?
I can pull up what it had here. Well, this is just what it found. Like in the landscape, it says there's four buckets. Local video podcast studios dominate. So there's lots of ads for like studios come in and record.
Mhm.
And then there's done for you editing production services. Podcast Monkey is like a big name in that. And then SaaS tools. I'm not really sure what that is right there.
Okay, so I've got some homework for you, okay?
Yeah.
Let's do this before we launch. Um, okay, so here's my homework for you. Come inside Center Marketing Cheat Code. Um, so it's gonna be basically the niche call funnel.
Okay.
And what I think might be a good idea is um okay. So basically all it is it's an ad with a very simple ad, which is like I'm looking for, five people that want to start a podcast, or I'm looking for five people that want to create a profitable podcast. And then all that goes to is a simple calendar page and then a thank you page. That's all it is.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you the snapshot of the funnel. This way you don't have to build it from scratch. And that's it. That's literally it. And then what's going to happen is what I'd like you to do is try several different ads. So each ad goes to a different calendar page. And so what's going to happen is I think we're going to see what the demand is. So
Okay.
what is it that people actually want? And I think that's because I'm reluctant to just build out 14-day podcast pro because it's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
Um, and it's like before you do it, let's just maybe see where the demand is because I saw you show me an ad, but it's like I would feel more comfortable if I saw a little bit more competition, a little bit more stuff on ads library.
Mhm.
Um, and it's basically it's basically um counter page. This is literally it. It's just this. So you have an offer here, and then you have your confirmation page here.
Okay.
And so I'll give you a snapshot for this. And you don't, I mean, if you want to create a really quick video, you can, but nothing, this is very polished, took them a while. If you just literally want to, with the Loom video, hey, congratulations, looking forward to have a conversation with you, and then just like tweak up some of this information. Again, you don't have testimony, you can get rid of that. Whatever you don't have, just get rid of that. And they all look like this. So if I show you another one, um, I don't know if Riviera has this one up running still. So, so if you look at this opt-in pay, this is for duct cleaning business owners. And the way we do it is so what we'll do is we'll have like A, B, C, D, and these are all different offers. Okay. And so I told Cam, okay, find like 10 different business owners that are duct cleaner and then give them an option. Which one of these want to do? And so they'll say, oh, five business owners said this one, two said this one, this one. So we know that this is the offer. And so they say, hey, I want 20, duct cleaning jobs in 30 days or I don't pay, right? So he says, okay, cool. So then we make this the calendar page offer. That's literally it. And this is the same offer that's at the ad. It's literally, that gray background. ad for the 6 figures. Literally, I'm looking for five business owners. I'm looking for five duck cleaning business owners that want to add 20 new whatever within 30 days, or they don't pay. And so they see the ad, they click, they go here, and then they go to the thank you page. So again, this is the one for duck cleaning that we built out. Literally cam, and I'm gonna doing 25,000 with just this page. This is the version that Riviera had built for his niche for portrait photography. This is the thank you page for Cam. This is the thank you page for Riviera. It's literally the exact same.
Okay.
So all I'm saying to you is I suggest that you carve out a day. This is not going to take you too long. I carve out a day and let's just build multiple of these and just see which one is performing the best.
Okay.
And that's going to give us an idea of what we should like do in terms of slow ticket funnel.
Okay. And those are all in high level. They're just snapshot pages.
Yeah, we're just these
Okay.
are yeah. So I'll just give you a snapshot. So actually, should I give you this snapshot? Um, Counter big, sales presentation. So I'll just give you this. So copy link. And so I used to create, like I used to script out these kinds of ads for the guys. I think this might be, uh, you don't need to do this. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, but do you know what I mean in terms of the background, or because I'm trying to see if I can find an example for you, unless you know what I mean,
You're just saying on the ad itself, like that I would be running, or you're saying on the page?
for the ad.
Um, I think so. Like,
It's basically this type of ad.
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
So literally all you're doing is this ad and you're just going to keep switching it up. I'm looking for five people who want to create a profitable podcast. I'm looking for five people who want to start their podcast. A bunch of different things, and they all go to a different counter page where there's congruency, and then there's a thank you page. And
Okay,
I'm just curious. I just want to see what happens
okay,
before we delve into something. So let's spend a bit of money. Let's spend $100, $50, $50, $100, to see what the ads are telling us. Like,
okay,
and there, I'll have a better pulse, and then I'll give you some scripts once we have a
okay.
decide which direction we want to go.
And how am I targeting those um specifically? Just
Uh,
business owners or something like that, or
well, the thing is, so if you did like, hey, I'm looking for five people that want to start a podcast, I think if you target a business owner, you're going to pigeonhole yourself. I think
mm-hmm.
we just want to leave it open. Don't even do any targeting.
Okay,
Yeah, don't do any targeting. Let's let the creative do the heavy lifting for us.
okay. And then you want me to follow up with book like a sales call or something, or just
Might as
interview?
well. Might as well. Like, let's hop on some sales calls actually, and then see what the market wants. Record, please,
Okay,
if please record those through Loom so I have access to them. I can kind of skim through them, or have the transcription of them. Because you're going to spend the money, we might as well see. If you're going to
yeah,
spend $50 or $100, let's do some research, see what the market wants, and then you can even do a soft pitch like, hey man, so I'm actually doing this because I'm doing some research. If you would like, I'm going to do, I'm going to consider doing a cohort. We're going to be selling this for 5 grand. If you're interested, it's just going to be $250. Cool.
mm,
Now you have an opportunity. Like, that's literally what I did with the workshop, by the way. I basically was on social media, had five guys. I said, hey, each of you guys pay 250, and I'm going to do this live thing. I need to record it for my course anyways, and I'll give you your money back. I'm not saying to give their money back, but I'm saying is you could just do like a cohort where you teach people over the course of 5 to 7 days. Now you're not sitting there like trying to create a course, but you just teach it live. And now that becomes your first iteration of your course. It could be a thing.
yeah, I got you. Okay.
So,
I suppose worst case, I get someone local and I actually produce their show for them.
yeah, that's the worst case. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the targeting, I would do it throughout the entire United States. If not, do US and Canada.
Okay.
Is this making sense?
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm trying to get across to you is this. Ultimately, what I'm trying to say is this, is I feel pretty confident in what I've shared with you, but I am unsure because of course there's no way to be sure, but the point is like I would have liked to see like you come back to me and say, hey, Krishik, here are 10 different ads. This is what the market is doing. You know how like I did a deep dive, kind of like a deep dive analysis on her?
Hmm.
I would have I would have liked to do the kind of like an analysis like that with like five people. I would
Yeah.
have liked to say like five people and be like, okay, here's what she's doing, here's what they're doing, here's what I think the market is doing. Just based off of you showing me one person, I was able to tell you like, hey man,
Yeah.
there's a whole market here. There's opportunity here. So if you had given me like five or six examples, I could have kind of given you a little bit more feedback. Um, and so in this case, it's like, okay, if you're telling me that, Stuart, if you're telling me you're not able to really find people that are selling info coaching consulting, then I think we need to run ads and spend our own money and kind of see what the market's telling us. And then from
Okay.
there, then I feel a little bit more confident. Okay, this is the direction we should go. Because I don't want you to put the time and energy to create, because it is work, man. And I know with you, there's time. And so I want to make sure that we are very efficient with our time, whatever
Yeah.
task I kind of,
Okay.
whatever direction we
Okay.
decide.
Okay. Um, cool. Cool.
And then,
All right.
yeah, and then just if you could, with this one, if you start the process tomorrow, if you could just be a little bit more, instead of like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just daily, if you can. So I have a closer pulse on it.
Okay.
Um,
Just checking in with you mean?
yeah, just like, hey man, here's
Okay.
where I'm at, here's where I launch, here's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, what else you got for me, Stuart?
That is it.
Yeah,
And
cool.
I'm gonna make sure I get all that down. So start running some ads, basic text, looking for 5x,
Yeah.
whatever,
Point is
XYZ.
the point of the ad is your main thing is we just want to see what the where the demand is. Like what do people actually want?
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And then if you hop on some calls, that'll allow you to probe even more. And if you, what would make things really easy, efficient for both of us is if you, have those calls and, make a note, like, here's what I learned, or use, some, Claude or whatever to summarize.
Okay.
And then it's like, okay, Kushik, and maybe we run this experiment for a week and it's like, or you want to do it for 3, 4 days. And then it's like, okay, cool. Here's what I learned. Okay, cool. Now I can kind of give you a better suggestion of what's next.
Okay. And then if I do hop on a call, just say, hey, yeah, I'm looking to run this as I'm doing research here, but trying to see where your biggest need is or what you'd be looking for. And then
I probably wouldn't lead with that. I would probably lead with, cool, man. So what made you decide to book a call? And then
okay.
doing a proper on discovery, like act as if you have something to sell them.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you say it that way, you're not going to get the unfiltered, response. We need that very
Yeah.
unfiltered thing of like, what are they here for? What drew them into you? You can start off with like, hey, my name is so and so. Here's what I've been doing. You have your YouTube and all this stuff and show that. Just like a quick, I mean, that should also, I mean, you should have that stuff on your thank you page. Um, and you should be doing, so people that book a call, by the way, again, this is all within the niche funnel. Um, Again, it's up to you how much of this you want to study. I don't want to give you a whole bunch to do.
Hmm.
But all this stuff is in here. So basically, I tell people, you know, how so this so yeah, if you want to come in here, download these resources. There's the discovery call script and the sales call script. So I do think this is important. Um,
That's in which one? Sorry. That's
Sorry. So you come into section 3B, how
okay.
to scale to seven figures within one niche using the seven-figure niche funnel. And then if you scroll down, it's gonna be download these resources. And so that's going to give you your discovery call, your sales call script, your PowerPoint template. Um, Again, all this stuff is important, like how to actually conduct the discovery call, the conduct the sales call. It's up to you whether you want to consume it or not. Um, Mastering the discovery call, that's again, it's up to you how much you want to consume, but this is a 1 hour long training. Um,
Yeah, I'll watch it.
okay. This way you kind of, again, this will better, our goal is just we want to act as if we're selling something. That's the truest way to know what the demand is. And then you take them to your sales call. And so there's training here. Again, it's up to you if you want to consume it. Um, but really, you're going to go in there with the intention of, hey, I'm trying to sell something, and let's see what we can pull out of this person. What's the pain point and all this stuff. And yeah. That's pretty much it.
Cool. Okay. Cool. Well, I got some homework.
Yep. 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 Yeah. So just do that, keep me updated, and then we'll take things from there.
Okay. Did you give specifics on like the five types of ads you were saying? Looking for who want to start, who want to just
I'll leave that kind of up to you. The only thing I can think of is right now, the two markets I'm thinking of is the general wide, hey, starting a podcast. So the kind of wording would need to be, I'm looking for five people that are looking to start a podcast
okay.
in 2026. And then maybe you want to be more detailed. Hey, I'm looking for five people that are looking to start a profitable podcast.
Okay.
And then maybe there's another one that you say, hey, I'm looking for five podcasters that are looking to monetize their podcast.
Okay.
And then there's, I don't know, there's other ones. Hey, I'm looking for five people that are looking to take the quality of their podcast to the next level. So it's like we're just throwing a bunch of stuff out there and just seeing like, okay, what are people like really booking calls for? What are the what's the market want?
Okay.
See how those discovery calls go. See what like see, hey, are these the kind of people that I think would spend money? Do I have something to sell them? Be like, hey, so what exactly if I was an Aladdin, I was a genie, if I was a genie and you could snap your finger and tell me like what could I do for you? Like what is it that
Mhm.
you would pay money for? Again, I don't know if you want to say it that way, but that's what we're trying to ultimately figure out.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Mm, does that make sense in terms of it? So it's like I'm kind of giving you for, and so you might want to ask ChatGPT and be like, um, if you feel like this is vague, you know how you just said like, hey, ChatGPT told you, hey, these are the four buckets of people that run ads. So
Hmm.
if you ask, for me, how I came up with, um, I created these ads for Riviera. Um, and I was like, okay, what are the core reasons somebody would want to buy my stuff? Okay, some people want higher paying clients. Some people want consistent clients and predictable income. Some people want local businesses. Some people are relying on word organic. They want to not do that. And some people rely, people are trying to scale 250. So it's like I create an ad specific for each of those people, right?
Hmm.
So like, and I got that from again ChatGPT. So it's like what you know, here's what I do, here's what I teach, here's what I can do. What are the kind of five different reasons why somebody would want to buy? What are those archetypes? And then you create a separate, ad and funnel for each of those and kind of see what the data tells us.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Hmm.
Think I got all that.
Okay, cool. Um, what else you got for me?
Nothing.
Okay, cool, cool. Um, anything else top of mind for you, Cheryl?
I was just writing down some questions I had. You say you don't have because you didn't. I think you said you don't have it because you didn't do it at the time. But the sales call for the 6 weeks, six figure funnel.
I don't have it for Cam, no.
Do you have it for anybody where I can reference where you like? I think that'll be good for you to. Right. The reason I'm asking is because how you talked about, or maybe you could just send me yours because how you talked about you went into detail about, hey, this is what you need. This is how you're gonna get here. Um, you need me to get here. You know what I'm saying? And you went into details with that, like basically, so I could just hear you how you
I think
explain.
it's I think it's really about so it's like if you understand kind of the key bullet points, so it's like,
Mhm.
okay, so you can't do this without me, right? So if I think
Mhm.
to myself, what do I need to say or do to make somebody feel like they can't do without me? It's
Mhm.
like, okay, so kind of the key with the hook is this, and we've tested with over, 50 different business, so 50 different. So that right there is like, okay, I can't do it without this guy.
Okay.
Like, and here's the thing, it's like it's super important. So here's the thing. So it's 50 different, we tried 50 different hooks. Now here's the thing, it's super important not only that you say this, but it's also how you say it. So one of the things that we're gonna do when I come in to film with you is I'm gonna direct you, I'm gonna make sure we say it over and over so that we have the right tone. So what does that do? That the byproduct of that is I can't do it without him.
Okay.
So it's not, I don't have necessarily like you say this, it's just you got to think about psychologically what would make somebody think I can't do it without him.
Okay. I was just
So
looking for like you doing it with somebody just so I can try to, you know what I'm saying, just see it, not more so like I guess I think you kind of did it with me too, though, if I'm not mistaken. On
Give me
mine,
a give me an example. I'll tell you if I was doing that.
like he was like, okay, oh no, and maybe it's somebody I watch. I don't know. I can't think. Is I got so many videos in my head, but he was like, how you was talking about, hey, um, I think you did on this Discovery call. But not a call, but the video you did with the loom, or he's like, "Hey, this guy right here, his content's not like that, but he's making more money than you, and I think your content is killing his." How you use that type of references and stuff like that.
Mm.
I was trying to see if you had something like that, like with the sales call, how you said, "Hey, we said, like you said, case studies. We tested this with 50 different hooks and blah blah blah," and you have to say it this exact way. Basically, you explaining it in a sales call to somebody during the sales call.
In terms of giving you a reference, bro, for me, I don't have any references of me
Okay.
doing figures as a loom because I wasn't back when I was you, and this was years ago, bro. This is
Yeah.
before loom existed. So
Yeah.
I don't have me documented to share that with you.
Okay.
In terms of somebody that I could share with you, I honestly feel like Cam, out of the calls, like I know Cam comes top of mind and a guy named Ryan. The other guys, it's like I can share it with you, but the thing is, um, I don't know that I don't want to muddy up your knowledge by giving you something and you watch them and then you're like, oh,
And
that's
then
what.
find out something. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I got you.
that's
Okay.
what's gonna happen is that's gonna be a lot of me going back and forth. You rewind. 'Cause you know how sometimes you'll say something. I'm like, hey, bro, you pulled this from this call and you don't want to do that, and so it's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of that, and that's
Got
my.
you. Okay.
Um,
That's cool.
so I think
Uh,
it's more about you just under. That's why I'm spending so much time help you understand the principle. So if
yeah.
you understand the principle, you're not gonna screw it up.
Okay. Cool, cool. Also, let me see. Oh, I've been having people like comment on the ad, asking like, how is it free? How does it work? What do we respond to that type of?
Yeah, so that's a good question, bro. So what you want to do, a lot of times what happens is, I don't want to say this is always, but a lot of times people that leave a comment, they just don't take the right action. It's hard. It's like pulling teeth, because it's like, bro, it's really simple. Click the button. And
Yeah, it's like if you was that's my thought process. Like if you're into it, you're gonna do whatever. When you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get what you
so
know what you need to do. So
yeah, so I don't want to spend too long here, but it's like Facebook knows who's a viewer, Facebook knows who's an engager, Facebook knows who's a buyer. So it's like if they were the type of person to opt in, they would have opted in. And Facebook just knows that they're not going to opt in. Um, and so, anyways, so they're like an engager because they leave a comment. They're typically their
mhm.
behavior is not to go into a funnel and opt in. Facebook knows that, and so those
Yeah.
people engage. And so, um, I don't know what you're kind of maybe taking away, but it was like Facebook knows the different behaviors. So
I
maybe
just
somehow
didn't.
maybe
Mhm.
they saw the ad, but they're not supposed to go in anyway because they're just not supposed to.
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah.
But your question is the right question. So what you would want to do in this particular case, what I always do is I just basically leave them a call reply. I'll be like, yeah, solid question, or hey, check your DMs, or you have to test it. It's like, hey, click the link above to opt in, please. So it's up to you. I think for me, what I would do if I were you is I would just go inside their DMs and just start a conversation with them. That's what I would recommend doing as a starting point. In my experience, rarely are you able to leave a comment and say, "Hey, click the button and then opt in," because they're if they were going to do it, they were going to do it anyways.
Yeah, and that's how I kind of feel. Maybe, like I said, you can correct me. You have way more experience than I do. But it's like, hey, I'll go start a conversation. It was like, bro, you was interested, you automatically, I feel like you would have filled out the information. Literally says free. Like there's nothing else you can do. You know what I'm saying? It literally says free. So I don't know. It's one of those things, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Just but you're asking the right question because what you're asking about is maximizing the number of leads. You're maximizing the
Yeah, yeah, that's what I
I
was.
don't want to. You're of the mindset of I don't want to. I spent the money. Why am I going to waste the ad spend? Like this is a potential opportunity, and let me get them into the funnel. The question becomes, how do you get them into the funnel? Do you leave a comment, tell them to go into the funnel, or do you shoot them a message? And so, in my experience, I would recommend just shooting them a message. That's the best way you can kind of get them into the funnel.
Okay, that's cool.
Shoot a
Uh,
message, have a conversation, be like, cool, man. I'll drop you a link if you can click on that and put your name, your phone number in, and then tell me a little bit more about your business. Then we'll hop on a quick call.
okay, yeah, that's
So
cool.
don't get your hopes up, by the way.
Oh, I'm not.
With
I
these
learned
people.
that early, bro. I learned
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I learned that early, Coach. Fool me one time.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think everything else I got. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like reading, so I've been reading your boy's book, and he's a mastermind, bro.
Mhm.
Hormozy.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I got these two. Hold on. These ones right here.
Hmm.
I've just been reading and just reading up on, and it's just
What,
crazy.
yeah, I think both of those books are good for you in terms of where you're on the journey. And
Hmm.
then the Money Models book that he just released, that's the higher level stuff that I was trying to help you understand last week, where I'm like, okay, you get somebody in, but then what is the upsell process? And then what is this? And what is that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the money model stuff. That's what
Yeah.
actually you need
This
in
one.
order to. Is that
Yep, that's it.
is that the money model? Okay, cool. Okay, so you got the money models one, and then you got the offer
The
one.
offer. Yeah,
Mhm.
I got the, so
The
look, bro.
leads one.
Yeah, so here's what's crazy. I bought these because if I need it, I try to get it. So I bought them just to be able to, study something. Then I went to his site, and it was like $30 for one book or get these books for free. And he's like, yeah, I did it on purpose. Like he's a jokester, bro, all over, bro. He's like, yeah, the whole point of this is for you to get the free ones and get all three of them. So I got three books for free that's coming in as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Hormozy, Hormozy, Hormozy.
yeah.
So good, man. I'm glad.
But
That's
yeah, I think I'm good on that. I'm gonna go back and watch this again and what you told me with the what to do with those people that I have sales calls with, just to study that. And I feel like once I get it, like to get it down, I'll have it. It's a lot right now because it's like I'm just a lot of information, but once I sit down with it, I'll be good. Especially learning how to really, like you said, go in on that where we talk about the 7 and 9 figure machine, that part and implement it into their
Mhm.
business. Um,
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's like where go ahead.
Key thing with you that I'm from when you're talking a few times is like I like a lot of what I'm hearing. The one thing I'll say is it's just me. I could be wrong here. It's just like an instinct based off of how you're talking. More on you. Make it about them. Supplement, everything you say is, hey, based off what you shared, like, yeah, we had this one client that, but it reminded me so much of you. And you remember how you said this? Because that's what's going to sell people is
Okay.
not being general, not being broad, but talking to them in a specific case. Because this kind of goes back to one of the things you said, like, hey, most of our clients, we see this. People don't care about that.
Uh-huh.
People care about me specifically, my specific case.
Okay.
So you can talk about stories of other people, but the whole point of talking about other people is to kind of build your case. Like, so you see this purple, you see this story. Now for you, see that? Now for you, you
Hmm.
make it about
Okay. Is there a key thing that's called, or is it just something that you just know to do?
mm,
Would you say? Because I'm definitely going to work on doing that better because I know that I don't do that as much.
I think I just picked up on that, bro, over time.
Okay.
I know how it makes me feel when people talk broad because I feel like again, this is me just maybe I know I'm not a unique snowflake, but I do think I'm a unique snowflake with my life circumstance where I'm at. And so whenever
Hmm.
people talk to me very broad, it does not sell me because I always think like, what about this situation? What about that situation in my own life? You didn't ask me about like this specific case. Like, how do you know it's going to work for me? That always turns me off.
Hmm.
And so it's like I know how important that is to me. So that's why I always make sure I do it to other people. I let them know I'm really paying attention. Like based off of your circumstances, man, like here. So I just
Okay.
do what I feel like I wish more people would do with me.
Okay. Yeah, I really like that. That's why I asked if I didn't know if it was a, you
Like a
know,
sales tactic or
yeah,
something.
yeah, like a sales tactic. If not, you can go ahead and trademark that because
Yeah.
it's big. You'd be surprised because a lot of people don't do that. You know what I'm
Yeah, they
saying?
don't. They
A lot of
don't.
people don't do that, bro. Like, and even with me, it's like you don't try to be like that. It's just natural. You know what I'm saying? So
It's about
this is
caring,
definitely
bro.
a shift.
It's just about caring. It's just
Yeah,
about caring. That's all it is. Just being
absolutely.
genuinely curious and caring.
Hmm.
Yep.
Well, other than that, brother, I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep,
Cool.
I think I'm good. I think everything's good on my end. My wife, she's doing um a vendor event where outside or whatever
Yeah.
selling. So I've been looking like offers and stuff, like how to make it with people. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
That's
like a little
good.
test dummy right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. Cool.
so.
Um, Anything else, guys? Stuart, Cheryl, you guys good?
I'm good.